totally doing the duck face like 5 seconds ago. I don't know why. Oh, there it is again.
Well, on that note, hey, we're back. We tried this last week, and it didn't work. So now we're gonna try it again. Woohoo! Only this time we have Melody, who we were not going to have last time. So welcome back. Look at that.
Yay.
The magic of life. What episode is this? 12? I don't even know anymore. I think this is 12.
Sounds about right.
We're in the double digits somewhere.
Yeah. You know, the thing we'll spend the bulk, if not almost all of the campaign in. I imagine. I don't think we're gonna hit like 300 episodes or anything. God damn.
You don't know. You don't know that. We don't know that.
I said think. Yeah, it's possible.
It's like 6 years.
If y'all want to level up once a year. Anyway, I guess I should redo my little intro that I did. I'm not going to tease the art like I was going to because now we're so much closer to it being done and whatever. Art's coming. It looks amazing so far. We have 4 of the 6 in color, and my god, they look incredible. So
Look really good.
I'll just leave you with that, and eventually they'll end up on screen somewhere, somehow. Obligatory, like, subscribe, blah blah, social media, all that, Rathmore Games. Yay, algorithms, please help. And upcoming content, things of that sort. I guess I'll finally talk about what's maybe to come on the channel. We have another campaign, not D&D, a post-apocalyptic thing, which I won't say anything else about yet, featuring some familiar faces. That will be an every other week thing and should finally be getting started in August. We've been trying to get it going since Redacted. It's been way too long, but we're almost there. So expect another campaign. It'll be quite a lot different, I think. And filled with some lunacy.
Some.
Yeah, just some.
A ton.
Just sort of. Casey and I, our dear Clink, we are working on a D&D compatible creature book about swarms, insects, rodents, all that stuff. Maybe potentially featuring some art and ideas from someone else in this room. Hint, hint, Melody, maybe. So we're working on that. We're about halfway done the initial draft, and I'm not going to say too much more on it at the moment, but expect a book about insects and D&D and stuff eventually. And sort of unrelated, but also under the purview of the channel, is I am, I guess, now directing an AI-generated radio play. So it's a little surrealist horror piece. I have most of the roles cast already, and next step is going to be directing voice actors, that thing I've done before, and making a radio play. So we'll see what happens with that. And I think that's all I have on updates. So, cool. Music. That would help. There we go. I'm amazed I got through that entire thing uninterrupted. No one had any brilliant ideas to scream at me. It's a miracle. So, where were we? Last episode.
Tinny was
Volcar.
almost dead.
Yeah, Volcar, you learned, maybe not to fuck with your god, maybe, slightly, kind of. Yeah.
Well,
Hopefully
turning me
you learned
into
that
Iron
one.
Man.
Yes. You became Iron Man. Essentially, the Stormlord's wrath was brought upon the ship, specifically Volcar and those around him, and some elementals found their way into the mix. Milo got absolutely shreked. It was pretty rough. And then he made the executive decision to hide from the rest of combat, which is so Milo. It was it was amazing, and it didn't work out very well.
Can't go down the first round if I never Enter combat.
Bro,
That is true. That is true.
I went down.
Foiled. Kalis and Curly, y'all were going crazy. Derek and Theron are trying. Theron, you struggled with a barrel of rice. You know.
Don't question it.
Yeah, that's about it. And then Volcar
Rice is
jumped off the
crazy.
ship. And Theron saw Volcar jump off the ship and was like, this is confusing. And Kalis felt it because the friendship amulet and was like, uh-oh, I'm jumping off the ship now. And then he did. And then he got struck by lightning. And then Volcar healed everyone. If you want the full version, watch the episode, but that's what happened. And, yeah, there was the detail of right at the start, Tinny was like, hey, Volcar, what's up? I'm just gonna pass out here, don't mind me. Bleeding from everything of the face. And, yeah, afterward, Zentha came rushing out of her private quarters, surprised at the singular lightning strike that hit the boat, as opposed to all of you remembering the ship essentially being destroyed. Though it was not, and it seems that perhaps Cord might have done some weird time flux memory stuff, you know, like gods can do. And Volcar was laying on the floor nude, unconscious, with his amulet grafted into his chest now. And TLDR, Zentha was like, holy shit, this is bad. Tinny... exposition dump, her whole family's sick. There's a thing that's only been affecting tieflings. This is kind of the core issue we're trying to solve. Thought she didn't have it. Apparently she does. This is bad. One of you, I think Volcar, was like, hey, why don't you just teleport us to town? And she was like, holy shit, you have 10 minutes, we're going. And then Derek's phone went off at a great time. Thank you so much for giving me this undying treat that is the constantly on speakerphone sending stone. And yeah, then you teleported to Sand Throne. And you thought the episode was going to end. Ha ha ha, I kicked everyone out. And Quilly saw some shit about her past, maybe, and was like, uh-oh, maybe my dad. And then there was no time to talk about it. So that's where we start. 2:30 in the morning on Kalis, our calendar man. It is the 28th, technically. Just to make sure you're up to speed on that. And... the 10 minutes we played through last time, I'm not going to play through again. Pretty much, for those watching, we started the episode, an emergency came up, we stopped the episode. So, off-screen, Zentha was like, hey, Quilly, cool, we got someone dying here, so maybe not now. And then took you to go see a local healer named Dewdrop, who is... I'll describe him in a minute. Anyway, Dewdrop and Zentha start trying to care for Tinny. You're all led further into the large series of tents that is essentially the infirmary here, if you will, reminding Volcar very much of the healers from back home, just incense and herbal things everywhere, and very natural. And... everyone else decided to try and get some sleep.
Just a reminder, I cast aid on the party.
That is
so make
true.
sure you add those 5 extra max hit points.
That is true. That did happen. Tinny, ignore that. As you are receiving other care.
I figured.
Tinny.
That's 16 hours.
Yeah, that's true. It does last 16 hours. Sorry, I'm super front-lit right now. My camera has decided everything needs to be exposure, and it won't listen to me trying to change it. So, getting very tired of this webcam. Anyway, just don't look at me or you'll be blinded, I guess. But Tinny, let's begin with you. Here's what you remember. You're in the workshop, probably trying to sleep, maybe trying to work on something, maybe at the same time. I don't know. Storm comes in. It's crazy. Not the craziest one that you've had. Until a large human male and a large bolt of lightning smash through the heavens above into your workshop. Splintered wood, shattering glass, a dazed-looking Volcar, you turned to assess the situation and perhaps help him to his shaky feet. And things get a little blurry. You remember being dizzy, coughing, trying to speak, and then feeling this cold, bluish, purple liquid beginning to run from your nose, your eyes, your ears, and your mouth almost simultaneously. The last thing you remember is Volkar's very, very concerned and confused-looking face before you entered into a lovely, peaceful sleep. You're not sure how long passes between being asleep and occasional sensations of various types kind of bursting to life and subsiding quickly within you. Some painful, most of them just kind of strange, uncomfortable. Some are soothing, and mostly you just drift as the chill within spreads, ebbing and flowing throughout your entire body. After a while, you kind of start to lose yourself in it. It's like you're floating in the ocean. Or maybe you are an ocean floating within yourself. Each heartbeat, breath, pulsing surge of blood, gentle rumbling of the vocal cords, every individual inner sensation feeling itself as if it was the final act of some grand play, commanding all of your attention. Short bursts of intense sensation followed by drifting. Pain radiating outward across various parts of your body, threatening to wake you. Fight it off. Drift once more. Another pain. Sharper this time. You inhale harshly. This cold, piercing pain in the lungs that after a few seconds becomes numb, soothing. Drift off once more. Sound of screams, muffled, almost as if they're beneath you. More pain, more breathing, more pain, more breathing. Suddenly a scream pierces your ears as if a pillow has been removed from your face, allowing you to finally hear. Forces you awake suddenly. You sit up sweating, exhausted, nauseous, cold, and more hungry and thirsty than you ever could imagine being. The first thing that fills your senses is the gentle smell of herbal incense and tea. And you look and see a wide-eyed, frazzled Zentha by your side.
I think immediately I would kind of touch my eyes and like my ears and nose, see if there's any remnants of that liquid that was starting to come out.
There's a very small amount around the nose, but it seems kind of dried by now. Tinny, dear? Oh my god! And she turns and rushes over and just kind of gently grabs your hand. Are you... Don't move. Don't move. We're in Sandthrone, okay? Oh my god, I was so worried. And as she begins talking and moving, you see another figure enter, and you realize you're in some kind of like large like teepee sort of tent. And you see a male water genasi, young, couldn't be older than 20. He's about 5'7", very thin, this light seaweed green coloration to his skin, this medium length, thick, dark blue hair that's pulled tightly into a high bun right now. This super warm smile, these really light bluish green kind of glimmering eyes. And he's wearing these very plain light beige and tan robes. The sleeves look like they probably are quite billowy typically, but at the moment they're tied up tightly above the elbow. And as he comes back in, he sees that you're moving. You see he smiles a bit more, and he's holding some small bowl that has some liquid in it. Is there anything you're saying, doing right now?
I think she's kind of still taking stock. And how am I awake right now?
This is Dewdrop. He's amazing. He's amazing. He's absolutely the best I know. And I know you probably have a lot of questions, and so do I, but I need you to drink this, okay? All of it, please.
Oh, okay.
And Dewdrop approaches silently, hands it down to you.
I think, yeah, wordlessly she'll just drink it.
It's like simultaneously one of the worst things you've ever had, but because you are so ravenous right now, your body finds some way to almost make you enjoy it, even though you kind of have to struggle it down. And it's always like, there's like just more than you wish there was. You're at the 2/3 point, you're like, all right, done. Uh-oh. But you do manage to drink it down, and by the end of it, you already feel yourself like, oh shit, and then you are out. And thus, everyone will gain the effects of a long rest. As we come to morning, so there's that. Merry Christmas. Don't say I never did anything for you. You got one night of sleep.
Get
And
now.
level 5.
Yeah, and you're level 5. That did happen.
Or level 5.
Tinny might notice everyone else around her seems slightly more capable now. Almost like some of them can attack twice as much. Yeah, everyone's an inch taller. By the end of this, Milo's gonna be 3 feet. But as morning comes to you, I guess we'll pick up with Tinny still. Tinny, you awake, and you feel like weirdly pretty good. You're definitely not 100%, but compared to the last time you opened your eyes, like, it's still probably gonna be a few minutes of the obligatory, oh, I'm getting too old for this groaning every time you move. There is this, like, deep set nausea. It's faint. And I would love for you to give me a wisdom check.
Oh, okay. Just to check.
Yes.
20. 15.
Ooh, don't forget, everyone has their D8 inspiration because we've leveled up, so
D8
it's a
this
D8
time.
now. Yeah. So, yeah, any D20 roll, you can add that too. You got 15?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Would you like to be super extra and cash in? No, don't use your D8 on this. So I gotta think for a second. Okay. 15. So you look around, you see Zentha is currently asleep, kind of like half sitting, half laying against the wall of the tent just beside your bed. You don't see Dewdrop, but you hear a little bit of shuffling and some movement from where you had seen him come from before. And yeah, what you doing?
I think first I would do kind of a visual inspection of like my hands and like specifically like the veins that I know get very dark and pronounced, and see if I have like any of that going on.
Yeah, very much.
Okay.
Very much.
So I would absolutely get the sense that it's not cured, but somehow the symptoms have like abated for now.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's mostly lower half of the forearms, kind of up to the hands, where you know it tends to be pretty prevalent there. There's a little bit in the upper legs as well. And just a hint of it, some kind of around the collarbone, upper chest area.
I think also just taking stock, trying to kind of get control of her limbs and herself again. I'm just going to just kind of conjure a firebolt kind of in my hand, not firing it, but just seeing if I can still call the magic.
So I love the thought of you just... it's there.
Okay.
Yeah, feels normal. And as you are doing this, you see Dewdrop comes walking back in with a tray with various little, look like bits of fruit, and a cup of tea. Oh, goodness! You're
I'll
awake.
put the flame away.
Oh no, you're all right. You're all right. How are you feeling? Is there anything you need?
I don't really know. I'm still a little weird inside, but I think there's a lot of things that I would need, but I have so many questions.
Let's assemble everyone first.
Okay. Oh,
Here.
oh, is everyone here? Are my friends here?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Try some of this. It's nice and light.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
what he sets down is essentially what looks kind of like a mango, but bigger, like coconut-sized almost, and split into several sections that are... It's like weirdly... It almost looks liquid on the inside. But as you touch it, it is, in fact, non-Newtonian. And very sensitive. It's kind of light greenish, yellow coloration to it. And if Tinny's brave enough to eat it, it's quite good. Pretty sweet, kind of citrusy. Somewhere between like a kiwi and a mango. Now the rest of you, unbeknownst to Tilly, she's woken... Tilly, Jesus. Sorry, that was the cat I used to live with.
That's okay.
Tilly, I guess. Wow, that's hilarious. Tinny, probably also Tilly, she didn't wake up till about noon, if not slightly after. So the rest of you would have had time to get a full rest and wake up potentially a couple hours before this, so... we'll take a check-in. If anyone feels they would have already been awake and doing something, let me know. Yeah. We can see where that brings us.
One thing. Most likely when he got up from sleep. I don't know what he felt. Maybe it's, a little boost to level 5. Maybe that's what he felt. But Kalis would have definitely, exited the tent, looked upon the horizon of the environment, and have had some inclination to may or may not look for a war horse by using the spell Find Steed.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what he does. He in the morning he casts Find Steed.
Cool. Let me reread that real quick, just to remind myself of the specifics.
Yeah, no problem.
I'd say Theron's probably out there tracking anything to eat. Horse is probably preferably.
Yeah.
Don't shoot it.
Twisted.
This beautiful stallion comes in from the horizon, gallops towards Kalis,
Yeah.
dead.
This
So-
majestic white horse, lord of horses, if you would.
Fun fact: it's a spirit. So
It is a spirit.
it is a spirit.
Hey, it doesn't need to be a spirit.
Yeah, if you want it to be able to die more easily,
It's
we can.
yeah, it's all good.
We can go there. I'm fine with it either way.
It's okay.
I like the thought of Theron being able to just eat your horse while you're asleep one night.
That's so fucked up.
So it
That's
is
so
kind of
fucked up.
tempting. Oh, Ben's gonna quote me on that one. Fuck. I have
Yeah.
fucked up. I have fucked up. Okay, so anyway, it's a spirit horse. Yeah, well, there's this thing where, unless I'm a huge asshole, I can't tell you it doesn't happen. So what's your horse look like?
I didn't think this far ahead. Okay.
Oh, shit. Well,
Here, first thing that comes to your mind. Come on.
my mind.
Yeah.
To my
Ugliest
mind
horse
is-
you've ever
is-
seen.
Oh, yeah. BoJack Horseman. That's all I'm thinking about. It's fine.
Can't say that.
If you want some time, you can...
Unfortunately.
All right, here's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Danny.
Yeah.
Give me what color it is, how big is it, and one weird piece of information about it.
So this is absolutely like a red, like a kind of like a deep red, almost like kind of brownish, like auburn horse.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What were the other couple things that you mentioned?
How big is it? And just something
How big
weird
is
about
it?
it. Yeah.
Oh, this is definitely like a bigger horse. It's a war horse. So I mean,
Like
I feel
Clydesdale?
like it kind of has to be big. And then a weird thing about it, is that what you said?
Yep, just something weird.
Oh damn. Its tail is unnaturally levitates, kind of like it flows up where it should, like, you know how it just like yeah. So you know how it generally just like hangs behind it? It's just hanging but upside down. So it's kind of
Okay.
like flowing, and it kind of looks like it's like a flame, There you go. That's
Okay.
the
Fire
interesting-
shooting out of its ass. Is that what you're saying?
Nice.
Yes.
Nice and inconspicuous. I love it. Congratulations. That is the process of, oh fuck, I don't have an NPC for this.
Exactly. There we go.
Yeah. How big is said person? What does their hair look like? And something weird. And that's how we get Barwop. So
Yeah.
Oh, Barwop. You'll meet him.
You don't want to be.
Yeah.
That was not
Yeah.
the name I expected.
Nope, it's not. Theron calls him BW anyway. Cool. So, Kalis, you have crafted your horse, I guess. Found, technically, but it's fine. You created it. And, I'm pretty sure it's just, like, totally... Yeah, instinctive bond, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, cool. So, we'll come back to Kalis coming back to the group with the horse when the time is right.
And just curious, since I can speak to this
Yeah.
thing in a language of its own, what's the name of this horse?
That's a great question.
Okay, good.
I can name it if you really want to.
I already have a name. Don't worry.
Okay.
That
Okay.
I already do have.
Cool. You can disclose that whenever you want or don't want to. I won't force you. However, I'm not falling for your trap. You monster. Anyway. Go ahead.
I think Volkar was outside at dawn or after his 8 hours. He feels that connection again, but so he's testing himself. What is available to him, what is not available to him. Like he's trying to call some of the lightning back, but I assume he's only getting like little sparks from that.
Yeah,
from that but
the lightning more just hurts than anything else right now.
yeah, like it's like
Yeah.
But when he tries to heal himself with it, he can feel that like warmth, like the motive current, the force of it. It's like it's the motive force, that electricity that moves everything. It's like, all right, that's interesting. One step at a time, then.
Okay.
Also,
Anyone
I can
else?
cure people's diseases. Where's Tinny?
This thing I've learned overnight. Cool. Anyone else?
So who has diamonds?
I think
And why do I know
Lily
I
is
need to-
just she's like still just like she's ready to go, but like she's in her cot. She just has her compass out and she's just tracing along the lines of the cracks in the face. And that's all she's doing.
Sorry to laugh during that. Danny messaged me on Discord and said he told me where to find the name to his horse, and I have found it, and I regret having found it. So, I'm sorry. You were, compass,
It's in bed.
right? Just hanging out in
Yeah.
bed, doing that.
Mhm.
Holy fuck. Danny, I hate you so much. Immediate payback for Barwop. Oh my god, I can't wait till that comes out. Holy fuck. I'll zip my mouth, though. Anyone else? Morning stuff? Theron, Milo,
Theron
Derek?
would probably be talking to a local and getting a sense of like places of interest and geography.
Okay.
Just get a sense of where
Cool. How much do you want? Am I talking right now? Or am I? Okay, just
Nope.
basics. Okay. 'Cause I was gonna say we could do this. But okay. Yeah. Anything else?
Derek just wakes up super groggy because he used all his spells last night.
Mhm.
Oh god, I'm not a morning person.
I'm imagining like your hair is like halfway up on one side. It's
Yeah.
have the
that's what
sweat.
hangover.
And then just an epiphany happened. I could fly now.
Oh shit, he can fly now.
Please tell me he celebrates this by starting to fly immediately.
Yes. And immediately goes to like Kalis or Volkar, whoever he sees first, and it's like, you can't do it alone anymore.
I'm looking up, I'm like, really? Him? Really?
Bird. Hey, look at these birds.
Oh my god. And Milo.
And immediately goes to find Kalis and does the same thing.
Cool, awesome. Any shenanigans? Anyone you want to shoot with a net?
I was thinking about it, and I was like,
You shoot Tinny while she's unconscious.
we'll save it for later at some point.
Good.
We are about to go
Good.
delving, so we want to save it.
Since everyone seems like they're doing everything and something, I think Milo's just gonna be like lounging around, probably like juggling some daggers, throwing some cards. I don't know, something just relaxed, nothing crazy this morning.
Yeah, just some casual juggling of bladed weapons. No, I love it. And just to remind us sorry, I have the hiccups apparently. That's going to be very fun if these don't go away. Sand Throne is to those who have spent much or most of their time in Vasselheim, aka one of you. But also probably Theron could be included in this, being it's weird to call you a city boy, but you are, technically. You're a city boy. Sand Throne, real tiny. In fact, you've probably only seen a few dozen people around, anyone who's been out. Most of the place is actually underground. There's a good bit of stuff above it, but it seems that almost every building or anything you see on the surface extends much, much more beneath the ground than it does above it. And unless any of you really want to push the issue, no one has necessarily taken you to the lower part of the city at all. I guess city's kind of the wrong word, but the town. And not too far to the south is just desert. You just a lot of fucking desert. North west is swampier, but like intermittent desert and swamp. It's very, very weird. But where the town itself actually is situated is in this weird forest that is composed almost entirely of one type of tree, which are the big, tall, goofy-looking Dr. Seussy ones that have essentially what the fruit that Tinny had, what it came from, which are these giants, way, way bigger than what Tinny had. That was just the seed on the inside. These huge, weird, liquid, non-Newtonian sort of pineapple coconut things that, if one did hit you, would probably break your neck, because they're huge. So that's the weird little oasis you're in.
Volkar has decided to take off like his cloak and all this fur and like padding that he has on, just because it's so freaking hot. I come from a tundra-esque climate. This is the exact opposite. I think this is the first time he's felt true heat.
Yeah,
and it's starting to like come after him. Like, oh, like he's taking off all the layers.
Now you know my struggle when we were in the freaking north.
Yeah, it is even for pretty much all of you, having been in Vasselheim recently, and like Vasselheim in the springtime is pretty cold. When you got here at 2 a.m, it was pretty great out. A little warm, but pretty nice. 12:30 in the afternoon, yeah, man, real hot, real dry. Those of you who haven't experienced this probably going to be struggling with hydration for a little bit. I say from experience. Ha ha ha, thanks, West. It's great. Anyway. So, as all of these various things are happening, there isn't really too far to go, unless you just want to start getting into the desert. So, after you've all been doing your things for however long, Dewdrop peeks his head into the room where I believe it's only Quilly now. And essentially spends a few minutes, goes out and kind of gathers everyone, brings you back. And much to your pleasant surprise, Tinny is awake and moving. Maybe has tried to stand up at this point. I don't know. And as you enter, Zentha kind of just starts waking up. She looks like she slept easily the worst out of all of you. And Dewdrop kind of just motions for everyone to enter the room. Well, good news. Just kind of points at her. I think it speaks for itself.
That's great. You're better.
Feeling
I'm awake, at the very least.
Are you the first to recover from this disease?
That I know of. I've never heard of anyone waking up again after, symptoms started.
I'm afraid you certainly haven't recovered. It's... whatever it is, it's still there. I've bought you a couple days. At best. And I just want to point out, everyone else looking at Tinny, there is no dark tracking or markings along the veins or anything that I said Tinny saw on herself earlier. So she is back to her maybe extra pale self right now.
Can I do like an insight or medicine check or an insight check to see if a lesser restoration will do anything for Tinny?
Maybe. Typically that comes down to trying it, or maybe asking the guy who's been giving her medical care all night what he's tried.
Well, that's what I
might
was
be
going
another
to say.
avenue
Can
there.
I?
Yeah. Just to help you out
have
there.
a
Save that
little
spell
bit
slot.
Dewdrop, I have a little bit of divine magic. Would that help in any way?
I really don't believe so. I can do a bit myself, and no, it didn't respond. So, as with all things, the good and the bad. Good is that it worked. As I said, you've probably got a couple days before I expect a rapid decline. Unfortunately, I'm out of what I need to make more. And as blessed as we are to have access to such powerful resources, they're not easy to get. And if Tinny here is to survive, get to where you're trying to go, we need more.
Where would we find more?
Not too far, fortunately. There's, see, he kind of thinks to himself and sighs and pulls over one of the small chairs nearby and sits in it. What we need is a moss. We're not sure if that's exactly what it is, but that's the closest thing that we can know it as. And
Where does it normally grow?
unfortunately inside of something very powerful. It is locally known as a kitwala. They are very large and very powerful. Have a horn and sort of club-like hands or arms that I suppose maintain the necessary conditions for this moss, whatever it is, to grow. Unfortunately, they also secrete some thick fluid that, when mixed with this moss, becomes incredibly noxious and forms an explosive reaction.
So it's a creature that secretes explosions?
Essentially, yes. Yes.
Awesome.
They are very large and tough. Of course, they are. The moss by itself, however, if it hasn't been mixed or activated, whatever you would call it, it's incredible. I mean, this is my entire life, and I call it a miracle. I've seen it do things I never thought possible, including this. And there's another interesting detail about getting more, is that Kitwala is very, very important to all of the natural systems in place. And in somewhere such as this, we're very fortunate to have food and water. But things are delicate, and we can't kill them. We can, maybe. We haven't really tried, but we shouldn't. And so... it's always an interesting situation.
Is there a way to track and trap?
If you had a lot of time or incredibly powerful magics, maybe you could trap it, yes, but when I say large, take the mass of everyone in this room and combine it, and then double that, and maybe it's a small one. There is local who could certainly guide you out there. If this is what you wish to do, I cannot leave my people. I'm required here. And Zentha, who's just been like half sitting on the bed with Tinny, just like death gripping your hand. Please. I regret to say these words, but it is worth it right now. If you help us with this, I will owe you a favor of your choosing. I won't kill anyone, I prefer not to lie, I have a moral compass, but I will owe you.
Boon from a wizard is a powerful thing.
Yes, it is. I cannot let... turns to look at you, Tinny. I can't let you die. We have to do this.
Like that you're going to have someone holding something over your head.
Holding something over her head is a strong word.
I would rather live with the reality of someone holding something over my head instead of me holding your death over my own head. One of those I can work with.
You already saved me once.
Please. Please help her.
I say a favor is nice, but honestly, I can't speak for my group, but well, I can do it. I'm sure we can. If it's life or death.
I have nothing better to do. You guys got to be anywhere?
We're already here. Might as well see it through.
I mean, we do have objectives of our own, but as of right now, I can't think of a more admirable thing to do than to save a endangered tiefling. So,
and if we can save her, we're well on our way to saving others.
True.
Wow, so heroic of us.
I know, we're truly amazing.
It's like you guys got so much stronger overnight or something.
Yeah, everyone's a little bit taller. You hear Dewdrop behind you. I'm afraid it does take some of the charm away when you verbalize it, but yes, it is. And Zentha lets go of Tinny's hand and runs over to Quilly and just hugs the absolute fuck out of you. And then who's not gonna fight her on it, she just goes through. She's gonna hug everyone.
It's too hot. I'm sorry, it's too hot for this. How do you live in this place?
I can't breathe.
Don't mind the chainmail. It gets a bit hot in the sun.
Volkar, Dewdrop actually hands you another little bit of this fruit that Tinny had, and please try it. It will help.
Like I slurp it down like an oyster, almost.
It's interesting because it's not Newtonian. So I hate that I'm about to say this sentence, but I have to because it popped in my head and now I have to curse you all.
God.
You start slurping. Your word, not mine. And it unfortunately becomes much harder and more solid once within your mouth.
Volgar is currently choking on the
God, take over. Give him that Heimlich.
What the hell was that?
We're supposed to be saving her, not her saving you.
You actually do have to chew it.
Yes, a spoon helps also. I should have led with
I
that.
will say this: I do not know what non-Newtonian means, so that might have been my.
So essentially, So ketchup is non-Newtonian somehow, and it's a solid until you apply force, or it's a liquid until you apply force to it, and then it essentially becomes like a solid in some ways.
Is ketchup really non-Newtonian?
Ketchup's non-Newtonian. Fun fact.
I would
That is
never
why
have thought.
like smacking the
that's
hell
our-
out of the bottle really doesn't work very well.
That's our episode title.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a thing.
non-Newtonian?
Yeah.
Ketchup is
So
non-Newtonian.
Yeah.
yeah, great. That's the title. And so essentially it's a liquid, but if you slap it, it'll be solid.
Well, I'm going like.
And it's actually very sensitive, weirdly, like way more sensitive than it seems like it should be with this. And you see Dewdrop takes a spoon and he just slowly, gently. So you've seen Dune. We talked about that. It's the Dune suit. You got to go slow to get through it. That's how it functions, literally. So there's that. And Volcar, as you start successfully eating it, it cools you down shockingly well. Like, shockingly well.
We're gonna need 3 of these if we're going out into the desert.
You're gonna need a lot more than that. It's okay. There's plenty. Let me... Melody, are you talking?
No. Sorry.
Okay,
Talking to
I
myself.
couldn't tell if...
My
Yeah,
character
what's
sheet.
going on there? That happens. Why do you think my mic blocks my mouth all the time? I lost my train of thought. Dewdrop, TLDR, he's like, I'm gonna go get the dude. I'll be back in 10 minutes. Blah, blah, blah. 10 minutes later, he comes back, unless anyone wants to chime in there.
Volcar has now taken what he assumes is just a rag and put it on his head like straight up Lawrence of Arabia. He's got a flowing thing just to block out the sun from his head because he knows he's gonna get sunburnt out there.
Oh, yeah. He already kind of is. He's looking like me
Yeah.
right now. But Dewdrop comes back a few minutes later, and there is another Genasi with him. This one is clearly an Earth Genasi. Little tiny bit taller, stocky, this kind of like crystalline everything about him. Soft greens and whites kind of speckled over a generally just kind of beige, almost sandy color. Wearing hides and different leathers of redundant shades of brown and tan, and he has this large bow carved from one singular bone, Monster Hunter style, just thrown over his back right now.
Guy looks like a badass. It would be a shame if he died in the first combat encounter.
Theron says before killing him, taking his bow. Eating Kalus's horse. We
I
learned the
just
truth
imagine
about
Theron
elves.
sitting
Theron's the
eating
bad
the
guy.
fruit, just looking at that bow.
It's
A
pretty
lovely
great.
bow. It's a shame if you'd lose it, you know.
Yeah, right?
Milo, I need you to
Milo,
fuck that
that's
bow
a very
tonight.
shiny bow.
There you go, Milo. Only steal when it's on our terms. That's not mixed messages at all. Everyone, this is Perry. That's his nickname. It's easier.
Perry.
It's easier. I guess I can let you take over. Smiles at him sheepishly. Just nods. He kind of takes a moment to look at everyone. Not like he's judging you, but just like he's just taking a moment. Definitely thinking how much easier life would be if this group had a name. Every episode. I'm saying it every episode.
Hey.
Do it now.
We If this keeps up, we shall be the group with no name.
Mhm.
That is our name.
The nameless. There you go.
Nameless.
The nameless. There we go. Decided right now for the nameless.
That's perfect, actually.
I'll wait for the official poll. Just letting you know I'm gonna be a dick about it forever. Probably even after you have one. And anyway, looks around like, wow, look at all these nameless people. That's what he says for about the first 10 seconds. He just sighs, closes his eyes for a second, looks down at the ground. You see he takes a couple steps further into the room, if you will, and you notice his left leg actually looks pretty fucked up. Like, he can walk, but it's probably not very fun. Whatever happened, probably pretty rough. Alright, so... we really gotta do this, huh? Kinda looks over at Tinny, who, still doesn't look great. Alright, I gotta lead this by saying, I can take you there. I can tell you what to do. I can't go down. Can't go... They're underground. I don't know if you've even... Oh, man. Okay, sorry,
Sorry to put a bump in your day. We just have a friend to save.
No, Why do you think I walk like this? Alright, one of these. This is my specialty, and, now I can't do it anymore. I made a promise I can't go take the risks anymore. So it's not you. I hate that someone else has to be doing this instead of me. But if you're serious on this, I can get you out there, and we've got some stuff that'll help with the process.
I'd like to think we're capable enough.
5 of us are. I'm just gonna look at Milo.
Yeah, fuck you, Tinny. All right. Sorry, I'll. Right, so Kidwalla. Very big. Very, very big, very tough. I'm sure he looks to Dewdrop. You've told them about the explosions. Yeah, no, it's worse than it sounds. It can shoot this moss way further than you want it to, and then it'll yeah.
Does it
it's real
shoot
messy.
the moss and the excretion separately or together?
It can do either, but when it's threatened, it'll do them both. It doesn't mess around.
Is that
Wander
the
on
only way
own.
to get the moss out? Is for it to shoot it?
Unless you were bold enough to climb inside of it, no. Let me hang
Bold,
on.
you say?
Yeah, stop. Hang on. I'm gonna get sidetracked here. This isn't, not reprimanding you. I could talk about these things all day, so. Okay, they're real big. Moss, they explode. We can't kill it, right? I mean, maybe we can. I actually don't think we can. Points down at his leg. But we don't kill them. We just don't. And
Do they play a role in the ecosystem?
yes, everything here does. Everything. So don't be... Yeah, just... Anyway, stay on task. They live underground. Usually you'll find a big sinkhole. And they'll be down there. I don't know why. It's very reliable. As it's my specialty, thanks to magic, I can pretty much sense any of them within a few miles of here, or of me. And so there's, pretty recently there was one about 2 hours north on foot, on, my feet. So, it's probably still there. They don't move very much. They don't really come to the surface very much either. They can. Anyway, they do, I guess it's kind of like drooling, when they eat, or when they think they're going to, and the moss will, it'll,
Salivate?
Yeah, kind of. And usually, because they don't want to blow up what they're about to eat, it's just the moss. And so, typically, what we do is we get something that it wants to eat. We kill it or we drug it up, and we set it out there, and then we wait till it's distracted. We take one of these. Holds up this little like purplish red looking marble. You throw it. Shoot it, usually in the face. It blinds it. We get the moss and we get the fuck out of there. So we try, because as soon as it realizes it's been blinded,
It gets angry.
it starts swinging. And when it can swing 50 or more feet and explode your leg, they're rough. Yeah.
So bait's blind. Get the moss.
Typically, yeah. They, I don't know if it's why they live underground, but there is something we call the kuya that lives down there as well, which is usually a pretty good bait. Think like a lizard, a big lizard, like he points at Kalis, like a him-sized lizard with these big frills, and it'll blind you. So try not to let that happen. They're kind of tough, but they're not anything substantial. Usually, what we do is we go week in one, we tranquilize it. Kidwala prefers stuff to be alive, I guess. And so it's sometimes it's a balance of, do we want to tranquilize this thing, maybe risk it not working and it being really loud and starting things off too early, or do we just go ahead and kill it and maybe have less time later to get the moss? It's always very dynamic. Unfortunately, you never really know how these are gonna go.
And what was that creature called again?
Kuya.
How big are they?
Kuya. Yeah. What was that?
How big are they?
The Kuya?
Uh-huh.
They're
like me-sized.
Yeah, about him, but like, vertical. Nah, they're not huge. They're usually small packs, but they sleep real heavy. I actually don't know how they're still alive. So we usually just
net one with Milo's crossbow.
Yeah.
Nets. Maybe they're unless it's a real tough net, they might be able to get out of that. But I will.
I can maybe
Elf.
set up some magical snares.
That's good thinking, actually. I don't know any of your names, Elf. What's your name?
Theron.
Looks at everyone else. Is he a good shot?
Better
It's
than
not bad.
anyone we've-
Not bad.
I'm pulling your leg.
Yeah.
He's very good.
He can shoot twice within 6 seconds. Of course he's good.
That's so good.
It was gonna be the joke. the
Wow,
whole
twice
time.
in 2 seconds? That's crazy.
That's greater than most people on Earth.
It's true. I've never even shot once in 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, insane.
That statement could go so many ways.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
I was like, hey.
That's good endurance, bruh.
That's why I said it. Because apparently today all I say is horrible sexual things by accident or intentionally. Anyway. What is this game? Alright, so, there's some stuff that I usually take with me. And again, I'll still be going. I'll be probably just at the top of the sinkhole waiting, But, first thing, he pulls this hefty bag that was kind of sat on the ground next to him. He picks it up and plops it on one of the tables. And, essentially, he pulls out what is, have you ever played The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker? No? Okay. Well, it's a hook shot, essentially, that you can fire from your bow, Mr. Theron. So I am going to I'm gonna message you. I didn't officially make an item, even though I had an extra week, because I'm a horrible DM. So I'm gonna deal with the text block. But wait, there's more. You are also given 4 doses of a tranquilizer that's actually made, he tells you, from the same fruit that some of you have eaten. And in fact, many of the things in this place are derived almost entirely from this fruit. And they can do a bunch of crazy stuff. So you are given 4 doses of Mullan, M-U-L-L-A-N, tranquilizer. You can read that whole second encyclopedia if you want, or you can stop at the percentages because it doesn't matter too much. Unless you're trying to murder halflings and stuff. And I won't explain that to anyone else who can't see it. And then he pulls out 3 of those beads, the kind of purplish red one.
Again?
And
I don't know. You might want to test it out.
Milo is a friend.
And in the chat, little flash beads. Essentially, you throw it and it blinds stuff in a 10-foot sphere. The point of impact, made to be fired from a weapon, but you can throw them, and there's the details on that. And y'all can decide who takes whatever of the 3 of those. But that's your it's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
I say I could definitely get close to it, so maybe I should take one of the beads.
I'll take
Who would
one
get the
just
other
in
2?
case.
Yeah.
I hate to
I
say
have
it,
some
but
spells
maybe we
that
should
can
give one to
restrain
Milo.
creatures.
You want to give
Net.
Milo one?
Milo should get one.
In theory, you can fire it from your crossbow.
Yeah.
right? So just don't fuck it up.
It's a good joke.
I wasn't joking.
I was.
It's a good joke. He will. He will.
Milo's gonna be fighting? What?
Hey.
Exactly.
I'm just saying. All right. What do these lizards look like again? As I look at like how big Milo is.
I mean, they're kind of blue, mostly blue and brown. Shaped a little weird. They kind of sometimes they'll walk on like just their back legs, not like straight up, but whatever. And
I know.
yeah, they just got these real big, crazy frills. You'll see them. They'll yeah. Don't look
I
at
kind
'em.
of pat Volker on the shoulder and say, I know exactly what you're thinking. We're not gonna use the halfling as bait, okay? We're not gonna paint him and then send him out scurrying towards this thing, okay?
Yes, we're not going to do.
I'm trying to help you here. It's making it.
To be honest, it can actually be very effective. We've done it before. I've been bait for a few myself. Well, no, it saves a lot of time. You're right there. It gets there. You blind it. You hope it doesn't kill you immediately, and then you get the moss and you leave. Honestly, pretty high success rate there.
Has that ever
It's a
Has it ever
mortality
failed?
rate.
faster?
Yeah, has it ever failed?
Well, yeah. I mean, of course, every
Yeah.
tactic has
Yeah,
failed. These are
let's
not.
do that.
We're trying to
Okay. I mean, they.
Are you sure it would save a lot of time?
We've gone through enough trouble just trying to get this halfling, away from trouble. I don't exactly want to send him potentially to his death, and then this will be for naught. Okay?
We are technically here because of him.
Of him, yeah,
So maybe just stick it out to the end.
yeah.
Let's just meet halfway and say that if we run out of options, we'll keep that one in our back.
Keep it in the back.
Or
Let's not make that up
I
first.
can't believe I'm saying this. I act as bait.
No, I
Would
don't
you
think that's
be able to
necessary,
get
Volkar.
away?
I think
I
just
have
keep it simple,
I have
huh?
my ability to teleport to Kalis.
That is true, but
fair.
I would have to be within within a close distance of you, and I don't think I'm willing on getting that close to a goddamn thing that big. Okay.
Theron needs to take the shots. And I slowly turn towards Derek.
Oh no.
Oh,
But
actually,
someone can fly.
one more
he?
thing.
Alright.
That's amazing, by the way. That would be great. I probably shouldn't do this, but I will. We do have an extra set of armor. It's heat resistant, essentially.
What kind of
Yeah.
armor?
It's pretty heavy. Kind of points at Kalis. Like, yeah. Plate.
Plate.
Yeah.
What is it? I mean, what do you suggest we use it for?
Well, I mean, you're about to go walk into the home of something that can explode you.
Oh yeah, you're not wrong.
In a confined space, by the way.
I mean, it does sound pretty
Probably,
useful.
yeah. I'm just saying, you really should use it for this.
Yeah, I mean, you probably you have a good idea.
No, trust me, I've
Sure,
yeah.
let's have a look at it.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Where's this thing?
Essentially, I'll just send you the link to it, so I'll just put it here. Bang. There we go. Armor, fire resistance, plate armor. It's plate armor that gives you fire resistance. There's nothing else fancy on that, but you're level 5, so Merry Christmas or something. As far as what it looks like, it's not so shiny and silver. It's actually much more muted, almost kind of like a dull brassy, but with like some like lighter like wear spots on it. So it's like sort of naturally almost like desert camouflaged. Definitely seen some use, like a lot of use, for sure.
I'll turn to Volga. Do you want to know, or shall I take it? Seeing as we're the only two people who really wear any sort of armor that heavy.
I mean, it would be pretty funny if the halfling, you know.
I agree.
We are about to go into...
Actually, you're not too far off.
Would you be able to shrink it down to his size?
Nah, it is quite big.
I mean, we could take like a shoulder pad off and maybe that'll
Give him a helmet.
Are these people crazy? I think they're crazy.
And as this is happening, Tinny, Zentha is still practically almost sitting in your lap. She's like so close to you on the bed still. Oh my goodness. Just kind of like just talking to you as this is all happening. I was so worried. I'm so happy you're here. They're gonna go and they're gonna get this for you, and everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna keep going, and we're definitely have to succeed at what we're doing now. There's absolutely no other options. And oh man, I hope the ship's okay, and I hope Goris isn't. Oh man.
I'm sure he'll be fine. Goris can take care of things. But yeah, we're going to go and we're going to bring this stuff back, and then we'll continue.
You feel well enough to travel, Tinny? You just went through some crazy things.
What?
I think. What?
What do you mean? We? No, they're going to go. Look at you.
Better now. I'm feeling actually better as we're talking.
And Dewdrop, who's just been kind of standing silently. I think I can solve this pretty easily. Tinny dear, would you like to go?
Of course I'm going. I'm
That's
not going
the
to let
magic,
all of you
the
risk
magic
your
of
life.
bodily autonomy. She can go.
I like him.
And Zentha. No. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm doing it again. I'll stop. And she forces herself to stand up and walk a few feet away from Tinny, and she's a mess. Wonderful. Now, I think you all might want to make a plan. It is the hottest part of the day, which means it is the safest part of the day. Traveling above ground. From what it sounds like from Zentha, the ship won't be here for a couple days, so you're not really in any immediate rush. Of course, there is the unknown timeline that is, when is Tinny's health going to decline? My best guess, probably reliably have 48 hours. But I don't, again, I will also reiterate, I don't know what's going on with her. I don't know.
So I think time's a wasted.
Might as well go now, yeah?
I agree.
Okay.
Do we really make plans?
No, we don't. I think we should make a plan in this case.
I think this is the most of a plan that we've had.
Yeah, this is a lot of plan.
What, the last one was great. Took an hour to cross a bridge.
Yeah. Tinny, you said that you can make snares, correct?
I could do that if I have some rope. You know, I could set it out, and if something like runs over
Shit, we
it,
got rid of
it'll-
all of our rope.
I might have some.
No, I think we have more than enough rope.
I would
Remember
hope
all that rope that we had?
Yeah.
And I have my own
You did lose a
hunting
bunch.
traps. They're not magical, but I have hunting traps.
I have
um,
other constrained creatures.
While we're talking about specifics and I guess getting ready to leave, I also have another one of the, the claws, and that's how we're gonna get down there. We're gonna find the sinkhole. We're gonna attach it. You're gonna climb down. But what I'm saying is that keep in mind that on the way out, you do have to get back to a loose hanging rope and climb usually like 40 if not more feet. So just keep that in mind that I've gotten into some trouble at the last leg of my escapes before because it always takes so much longer than you want it to. I do have extras of everything for myself in case you bring a friend back for me. I can try to help out at the end. But, yeah, I just wanted to say that. It feels really cool going in. On the way out, it's pretty terrifying most of the time, usually, so I hope you're good at climbing.
When we're crossing the desert, do we have to move in a certain pattern? Are they attracted to like rhythmic steps almost, if you would?
No, that sounds ridiculous. No, they live underground.
And extremely overly complicated, right?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, people would end up with a lot of like glute imbalances from walking like that. It would be bad. It would be bad. No, none of that. Don't get hit by any of the fruit though. They will kill you. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
out of
one
character,
killed my
I'm
dad.
thinking,
Yeah.
we're going into the desert where we're finding worms to get a certain special material that only grows on us from a certain worm.
That one said worm. That was of your own.
I said worm.
imagination.
There was a.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Let's go ahead.
Moss must flow.
And take a little break there. I know it's a little early, but it seems like a decent time too. So we will take 10 minutes stream and video. It'll be 15. So we'll be back. Hey, we're back. So Tinny and Volkar are trying to find some diamonds worth maybe up to 300 gold. And Tinny rolled a 29. So, you know, trash. No diamonds for you. Okay, so specifically you are looking for just diamonds for that one spell. At least that's what Volkar had said. Tinny, are you looking for additional stuff? Like what all is like what's your shopping list right now?
The potions that I used during the dream sequence, do I still have them or are they gone from my inventory? That I got from Mirka.
Meaning what just happened on the ship or a prior thing? Because there have been many.
What happened on the ship?
On the ship, those are gone.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Thankfully, I've learned a few new healing spells, so we're good on that. I was just curious.
I have a good amount of healing potions too.
Yeah, I did kind of front load you guys with them, so hopefully you still have some.
Give them all to Milo.
All right. What's our yeah, right? Well, no, bad idea. Still go unconscious, and then I won't be able to use them. Yeah. What's what's the goal here?
Some kind of like self-revive item for you, Milo.
It's almost like I offered people one or something like that at the start of the
That's right.
start of the campaign. I tried to hand you
In all
one. And you're like,
fairness, we didn't
Giant's
think we'd
piss,
have a
sack of bats.
rogue.
Hell yeah! No, it's great.
He's still upset because we didn't take the Phoenix thing.
No, I'm glad you didn't take it. It's the most boring item there. You guys took Giant's piss and a sack of bats. You know how fucking exciting that is for me?
I love that. Oh
It's
my
so
gosh,
good.
we could totally use the Giant's piss to knock out that thing.
You could try.
That's a pretty good idea.
It wouldn't knock it out.
No, it excretes, remember? What is going to make something
We'll get there.
throw
For now,
up?
diamonds. We got diamonds.
Okay.
What do we?
I don't know, maybe anything to help with climbing or the heat, or I'm not sure what else maybe you guys need.
In asking around, there's definitely clothing available that they're willing to just give you, which helps with the heat. It's not gonna like protect you completely, but it'll essentially, like, if it came to it, like, you would have lower DCs on survival checks and stuff if you're doing extended travel and what have you.
I think Volkar has taken some of the clothes, like he's doffed all of his like furs and like heavy like gloves and all that jazz. He still has like the chainmail, but he's wearing like a flowing kind of like again, Lawrence of Arabia-esque costume almost. Like straight up Middle Eastern armor.
Wait,
Awesome.
people aren't walking around with like no shirts and hoochie daddy shorts on?
Well, some of the people are. The people who
Only
aren't about to
Milo
go explore the deserts and maybe go get killed. People who are just
And he's
hanging
got
out.
like one of
Hell
those little
yeah.
like he's got like
double cheeked up right now.
he's got one of those the headdresses that have like the head scarf that he can pull up over his face to block out the sun because he's a very fair-skinned lass.
Fair. Okay, so you are looking for 300 worth of diamonds. I believe that would be for a certain revivify. My brain is correct there. And cool. Okay, I'll say with your combined efforts, you would be able to find this enough for one casting of the spell. So whoever's gonna fund that can fund that. You get all the clothing thrown in for free. Theron gets all his cool shit. You get your flash beads, however you've split those up.
I've definitely I will fund that just because that's the spell that I have the ability to use.
I'll pay for it. You guys.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you guys are doing this on my behalf. Like, this is the least that I can do.
Also, if you die through the whole disease thing, it's good to have a backup. Just like.
I'm not totally sure if it would work that way, but
You don't know that. I don't know that.
I kind of do.
I put my hand on Tinny's face. Have faith, and then my eyes like lights up with, "You shall live."
Yeah, but as he does that, it kind of shocks him a little bit. His eye twitches. Kind of ruins the moment.
I was trying to do something. Really cool. I gave Kermit a blessing, and it was really really cool. But apparently this isn't working. So apparently he's still mad at me.
Trust the man that's fallen out of favor with his god when it comes to religion.
Hey, we are talking again. We are conversing. We are rebuilding our relationship.
He unblocked my phone number. Okay.
It's progress.
Also, have we checked in with Mirka lately? I think.
Do we have to?
No.
No, you're not working for him right now.
No, this isn't from.
You can check it if you want to. You still have the book.
Yeah, I was gonna say we still have the book.
Yeah.
You might want to know what's happening in Vasselheim right now.
I gave the book to Kalis after Fort Thunderhead.
Oh, that's true.
We can figure all that
anyway,
out when we get back.
Any final details, questions, people to talk to, things to do before heading out north into the desert to go on your death mission?
Should we get climbing stuff?
All we really need is rope.
Yeah.
Got plenty of rope.
And I will specify that in discussion on the grapple hook, the rope that it has is enchanted. It's all has to be like one piece. And essentially, it's going to be a little fourth wall-y, whatever, metagaming, but unless it takes 50 points of damage in one instance, because it's magic, it's not damaged. So 50 or more will ruin it. Anything under 50 in one instance, it's completely fine. And they come with 60 feet of rope on them, each of them, of that type of rope, and more could certainly be attached and whatnot. So just so we have that out there. Yeah.
Okay.
Did we discuss how we're actually gonna scout this thing, or how we're gonna travel while we're scouting for big ol' beast?
Perry's just guiding us to the hole.
Yeah, he said he's got some magic stuff that means he's real good at finding them.
But we have to trap the one creature first for it to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want
We have to go.
If
If we find it while we're down there, we could still. It might be our only chance.
We'll see.
I think it's best that we do this stealthily. That way, we don't disturb this monster and are forced to kill it, or it kills us.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's
would be best.
That's the smartest thing I've heard all day, actually. Yeah, I think the chances of everyone here killing one of those things without losing at least most of us pretty low. That's why we don't fight them. So. All right. I mean,
if their ecosystem, then shouldn't kill it.
Exactly. And we kill it, everything else goes bad, we die. That's how that one goes for us, so it's kind of a lose. Too many loses for me to care about saying that, but yeah, anything else you guys need, I'm good to get going whenever. I mean, I'll be a little slow, but I'll find it.
I think we're quite ready. If anyone else has any objections.
Any other predators down there that we should worry about?
There shouldn't be. I mean, everything else is pretty smart enough to know, oh, look, it's one of those things that will kill me. I won't be here right now. So, they're kind of the top of the line. So, if there were to be something else here, it would be a situation I've never encountered before. And if there is, leave. We can come back later. We've got 2 days if we need them. It sounds like. So, yeah. If stuff's bad, I mean, don't all die for this. That's crazy.
Yeah, no worries. Doesn't really happen to us. Unexpected creatures coming out of the out of the courtyard, and then proceeding to introduce us to halflings that would proceed to then get us into more trouble, which would proceed to lead us here. Yeah, this never happened.
This seems like you're lying. That's lying. If you're trying to lie, use less details. Yeah, it usually helps. Anyway, yeah, no. From personal experience, being the last one, the only one to come back from one of these, really not a good time. So be safe, please. Right, let's do it. Oh, yeah, this is probably relevant. Shouldn't come up. If you keep going north of where we're going, usually at least a full day on foot, there are some tribes, lizard folk. Once it starts getting a lot swampier, we don't mess with them. If for any reason you're here and you see them, you don't need to run away or hide necessarily, but they're not usually very friendly, and don't antagonize. Yeah, just... Is
it like, don't mess with them, they don't mess with us?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, if they were to start messing with you, then, do what you have to, but that's pretty rare. That's usually more of a, them tribes on other tribes, and that sort of... There's a lot more bad blood there, but with us, it's just kind of... We just, glower at each other and leave. So, shouldn't be a problem.
You leave them alone, they leave you alone.
Understandable.
Yeah, mostly. Nowadays. Didn't used to be like that, but anyway, that's fine. Yeah, let's go. And Volkar, you take your miracle diamonds. That well, actually, I guess you decide who's holding on to those, because Tinny did pay for them.
No, I'll give them to you.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
He takes like a little like one of his little pouches, ties like a leather thong around it and puts it around, so it's resting against the symbol that is now part of him.
Hell yeah!
This is his break in case of emergency bag.
I mean, it's pretty great, especially considering it's on something metal, so you can just hit it with your hammer. That would be awesome.
Oh, I could go like...
yeah, I love that. But
I mean, it's gonna hurt like hell, but it'll be cool.
What's pain? And with that, you all find your way following Perry, who, despite his injury, he moves fast through the sand. Some of you might have been expecting, when he said I might be a little slow, that you'd be waiting for him. No, he's still mostly waiting for you all. Yeah, it's kind of maybe frightening to imagine how quick this man was before the injury. But you push your way north, and very quickly the big mullein trees, they all vanish. It's a pretty small area that they live in, and you find yourselves alternating between why are there so many annoying biting insects, and why am I up to my knees in way too warm water that doesn't actually really cool me off very much, and then oh look, sand dunes for a quarter mile, and 5 bushes, I guess, and it's a very sporadic sort of landscape that's around you. And at some point you pass a quite large sinkhole. It's probably about 80 feet across, just this giant gaping hole in the middle of the swampy desert that, looking down into, you see is just this huge open cave and tunnel system that just kind of branches off. And it's kind of strange because you're used to caves being kind of a separate, kind of their own separate thing from the rest of the environment around them. It looks like this kind of sporadic, swampy desert thing actually continues underground as far as you can see in the bits that you check out as you're walking by. It's definitely more rock than sand down there. but in some places, not by much. And just interesting. Just not really like any caves you've seen. Theron, even anything in the Feywild doesn't really like seem familiar to this. It's just strange. You all follow him for about 2 hours. And he points to what you can tell is another pretty big sinkhole. Not as big as the first one. Seems we've found our target. Yeah, let's get a bit closer. Let me see if this is feeling like the best entrance, or if most of this is actually one system. So in theory, if you went down this, you could get back to the first one that we found. So make sure you know where you're going. Keep track of that. And brings you all closer till he's probably about 100 feet out from the edge of it. And he walks over and just kind of stops, closes his eyes. Stands there for about 2 minutes. Yeah. This'll do. It's moving. Not a lot. I don't think it's leaving the area. But I can feel it's, Theron, come here.
Yeah.
And calls you over and points down into the sinkhole. And this one's probably only about 20-25 feet across. You can see it looks like it's probably pretty close to 60 feet down to the floor beneath it. And he points essentially what would almost be straight south in it, down to a couple of the tunnels that you see branch off there. It's down that way. I can't tell exactly, exactly where it is, but it seems to be pretty close, a bit to the south. It's right now it's not moving. But it does seem like it's been pacing, maybe, or whatever it's doing down there. So
get down there, head south. We want to find the creature. How do we track the Kuya?
Yes, actually, he pulls out his little journal that he has, and he flips to a page. Here, right here. This is what their tracks look like. And it's just kind of this. It's sort of almost webbed and like bird-like in a way, with like 3 distinct toes that look a little bit clawed, and they're like kind of weirdly long. But he shows you a pretty detailed, a couple drawings of them that he's done. Yeah, you can also their scales kind of fall off a lot, so you'll find some blue and sometimes purple or brown as they get older. They like to rub on walls and rocks and stuff, so you can look for tracks. They like water. There's gonna be a bunch of little pools and stuff down there. Usually a pretty good bet to find them. Also a pretty good bet to find, the big one. So what I usually do is I get my eyes on the Kidwalla first. And if you have any way of communicating at a distance, we would usually have a scout keep eyes on it, send the others to go, do whatever other parts of the plan. Sometimes splitting up's uncomfortable. But at the very least, I like to get eyes on them first, and then if we're gonna go get some bait or backtrack and figure out what our plan is, that's what I like to do, because there is absolutely no worse feeling than it finding you. And if you're gonna get one of the Kuyas, make it pretty fast. They're loud, pack animal. If they get the chance to run and scream, they will, and that gets pretty bad. So I'm sure there's plenty of questions. Let's have them.
I keep thinking, for those of us who can't really see as well in the dark, would bringing a torch trigger?
Oh, no. Wow, that's, no, you're fine. It's actually, you'll find it's pretty light down there. Almost everywhere. It's pretty surprising. I'm honestly not sure. I never really thought about it. I just kind of got used to it. Yeah, I mean, there's... If you see a spot that's really dark, yeah, don't go in it, But most of it's pretty open.
I'll note that.
Okay. So it's pretty light down there. Can this thing see invisible stuff?
I don't think so. I haven't confirmed this either direction myself, so... It doesn't really seem to be very magical, or have any innate stuff like that otherwise. But I mean, it shoots explosions out of its face, so,
Okay. Do you think it would be spooked by a mechanical owl? And she holds up this kind of red fire opal, and it kind of flashes in the light, and this metal bits just kind of swirl and form around it into this mechanical owl that now perches kind of in her hand.
Wow, that's really cool, actually. Don't let that go too high up here. The sky's not very safe either. Yeah, again, it's hot, so we're probably, we should be fine right now. But nighttime, don't, shiny, flying, bad combo. I don't really think it would be spooked by it. I mean, it's let's say you're the apex of your entire ecosystem, and a squirrel walks up to you,
Okay, you're not. Yeah, your first instinct's not going to shoot a fireball at it.
It might be, hey, what's this? Let me just slap it. But it's not gonna be spooked, it's not gonna run.
Okay.
And if it does, then by all means, please tell me, because you've made everyone's lives much easier.
All right. You could be okay up here?
I should be. I mean, nothing will see me.
Does this thing only eat meat? Do you think it would like mayonnaise?
Anyways,
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna head down first.
I don't actually know. I don't know what that is. From what I've seen, meat is the goal, and anything else that happens to be there, so be it.
During that whole thing, I'm just there and just prepping to head down and just getting the rope ready to lower.
Yeah, and as he's talking, he's actually getting the other hook ready, and I mean, if you happen to find something that it likes, actually, I'm not going to encourage that. I can tell. I'm looking at you right now, and your eyes, and you look like you're prone to maybe trying out too many things, and this is not the. Don't waste time here. No, I'm serious. Do not waste time here. So
I can't find the Goya.
maybe one experiment, if it's going well, reassess. But anyway, we're burning daylight, or it's burning us. Let's get down there.
Into the darkness.
And he and Theron each take their respective grapple hooks and attach them on either side, so essentially east and west, so kind of across the way. And he explains that you absolutely do it this way, because if they're next to each other and this thing blows up your escape, both of them, good luck. At least one of you can fly. So, yeah, there we go. There we have it. I have a whole cave map, because of course I do. However, because... Oh, right, sort of. However, because of the limitations of Vorpal board, it becomes a little harder for me to do what I want to do with it right now, so I will bring up parts of the map and tokens and stuff when that becomes necessary. And for now, we're gonna use our brains, I guess. So, now that you're going beneath the ground, let's see, will let me put on my spooky music. Usually the other one it's okay with.
Okay.
Kalis, are you gonna wear the armor?
Yeah, I'll put it on. It'll just take me
An hour and a half.
approximately 10 minutes.
I will say you could have been doing that while everyone is getting prepared.
But I will need to attune to it as well.
Yep.
But
Yep.
so
Yes,
we'll factor that in. Into
Yeah, it's fine. You've had travel time.
Yeah.
Fine. I'm feeling benevolent tonight, so don't quote me on that ever, please, because Anyway,
Never gonna happen again.
Never.
There you are. Armor is armored. Hooks have been hooked. Perry is so naturally camouflaged here that it is insane. You're like talking, Theron, and he's like, all right, finish up with the hook. Good luck. And like 8 seconds later, you turn. No idea. Like he probably just sank into the earth. Like that's exactly what it feels like.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gone. Completely gone. You're like, oh shit. And there we are. You're looking down in this sinkhole at this big, kind of sandy, kind of rocky, kind of swampy cave system. You've been told it's to the south. You know where the south is. You have your rope set. And whatever vague ideations of a plan you may be holding on to at this moment in time. And
About me and Quilly go down first, for old
Yeah.
time's sake.
All right, that's never gone bad before. So let's do it.
Let's do it.
let me explain this real quick. 10 seconds. So game 1, not episode 1, game 1. There was a whole thing where the two of them decided to go into a tunnel to investigate a strange creature, and it went super, super wrong. And that's when they lost all the rope, actually. So anyway, that's that. And the two of you are going?
Yep.
Yep.
Huh?
There's no way you pull out a creature that makes me use my dump stat as my save, right?
Oh yeah. Never. 2-8 charisma.
Yeah.
You put that
Yeah.
energy out into the universe like that.
I didn't pick who you sent down.
No
all
way,
right.
it happens twice, right?
Anyway, repeating their past mistakes. Quilly and Theron, you grab the ropes, make sure they're set in, which they are, and you descend just to the very end of the rope. So it is just about 60 feet before your feet hit the ground. And first thing is the scent. It just smells like you're walking around a forest. A little bit on the weak side. But it's peculiar. And there's a whole bunch of tunnels branching off from this initial, I'll call it a chamber that you're in. There are, in fact, 5 of them. One of them heading most directly south. Looks like it has had either some kind of a small cave in at some point or just some kind of like build up. And it would be a bit of a scramble to go up some sandy rocky bits to try and get through there. Nothing like that you would need to send Milo in specifically for. But a little tight. And then there's one that is west of you that you can see. Looks like it turns to the south. That is pretty clear open. And the rest of them are all somewhere between north and east. And yeah, lead the way.
Sounds like there's 2 ways. We don't know which one maybe take longer. Maybe the one without the rubble might be longer.
Are we gonna be able to squeeze through Kalis though? Man's wearing plate.
He changed his armor, so I don't know. We'll have to see.
We could wrap some
worse now.
cloth around his feet. See how that works.
It's you could take a little bit of time and like move some of the stuff and like clear it out a little bit if you wanted to, but
Yeah, I'll do that.
As
then, while
it
the others are
stands.
coming down.
okay. Is everyone coming down? Because what was vocalized was we're gonna go down and scout. So there was no cue given for this is
that
the correct
vocalized?
time.
Oh, I just thought we were gonna go down first.
Okay, that's fine.
I thought that was gonna follow.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So is the rest of you?
Can they see us?
Yeah, they can
Oh,
see
then
you.
I'm
You're
thinking-
still you're still pretty much the sinkhole
60 feet away.
covers much of the area of this space that you're in.
Okay, so while Quilly's getting rid of rubble, I'm just gonna look up and give him a thumbs up.
Okay. Cool. I'm not gonna make you guys roll for this because that'd be so mean. You managed to take your time. You're under no duress or anything. Tinny, this actually feels better than you thought it would. You still have this nausea. The heat is not helping with that. But the actual exertion of climbing down and supporting all of your weights, actually not bad, somehow. And
try and find out where the Kuya are, and like what direction they are at.
Sure. How would you like to do this?
We're
in a cave system.
Look for the tracks that Perry told me about.
Nope.
Scales.
Try again. The correct answer is with my elf eyes. I cannot believe we have to go over this again.
Nerd, what do you see with your elf eyes?
Damn it.
Yeah, you fucker. Survival check. And I'll give you advantage, as you have just been shown the signs to look for.
Thank God. That's even worse. We'll do that D8. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. 13. Rolled a 5 and a 1.
It's not great. It's not bad. In this immediate vicinity, you don't see anything. Willie, you have pushed some rocks aside. Are you trying to be necessarily quiet about this? Because like you could save time by moving some bigger stuff, or you could be a little stealthier and take probably a few extra minutes to carefully dig your way out.
Did Perry specify that it was like are they like attracted by noise?
He didn't say anything that tells you they aren't.
I think maybe she'll just have a bit of common sense and do it a bit quietly. Don't want to trigger anything this early.
Yes, like eating a tortilla chip away from the microphone. Thank you for the live example. Okay, got it. Not gonna make you roll for it. It's not anything super strenuous. And yeah, Quilly, you spend a few minutes digging that out. Everyone else, you have found your way down. Theron's looking around. And what's the move?
Milo's looking for a place to sit.
Oh, there's plenty. There are so many great halfling seat-sized rocks and like little sandy bits around. It's like, this place is great.
As I'm looking for the tracks, I'm just gonna turn around and just look at Milo. Enjoying yourself?
Of course, always.
I'd like to imagine he's imagining there's someone standing next to him fanning him and someone else like just feeding him.
Like he's got like a coconut. For some reason, I don't know where it came from, but a coconut.
You got a toga on.
And a toga. Oh my god. Anyway, that aside, Theron, I'm gonna come to you as the de facto guy, probably in charge of this because it feels natural. But if anyone else has anything to do, like I heard someone starting to talk, you certainly can.
So I was just gonna remind Theron to tell Milo to make sure that he doesn't do anything.
To be honest with you, I think him being seated is probably the best thing.
Yeah, but we don't know exactly what's in him. Maybe the rock is, I don't know, maybe it's something.
His loss, not mine.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Almost done, Quilly?
Yeah. I could use some help. That wouldn't hurt.
I was gonna say, as everyone else is standing here watching this, like a bunch of foremen at a construction site.
All right. We're on union mandated breaks, sweetie.
I'll go in sister too.
Okay, easy enough. Takes a couple more minutes to finish it up, but you get it to the point where you could all fit through. It would be more involved to get it to the point where you could all like walk through. But as such, the smaller ones you could get through a little bit crouched. those who are on the taller side, it's going to be a little awkward. You might be hands and knees for little parts of it, but you can fit.
My hands dirty?
Are your hands dirty?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you were just touching a bunch of sandy rocks and stuff.
Right, I'm gonna go rub it off on Milo's tunic. Make him. And then I am going to cast Pass Without a Trace on everybody. So that everybody can get a +10 if we have to make some stealth checks to get through.
That is true.
Thank you
Nice.
so much.
That's so useful.
Yeah, right.
I knew I hit level 5, and I saw it. I was like, this is not a quiet group.
No. No. All right, Pass Without Trace. Anyone else do anything specific? What's
I'm not sure if I can use it, but I'm still gonna try and bless us. Bless doesn't work it only works for a minute, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, save that for later.
Yeah, I'll save that.
Imagine if
Never mind,
Bless
I'll
lasted like an hour. That'd be fucked.
Oh God.
Welcome to Pathfinder.
Yeah, it's true. Well, in Pathfinder, everything else will kill you, so whatever.
Yeah.
Theron, are you still looking for the thing?
I looked for the Kuya. I didn't find anything. Can I try and locate the Colowit?
Yeah, you could have to.
Can I try to put my hand
south.
on his shoulder and give him guidance?
When a roll comes up, sure. I'll let you have that. Essentially, like, you've just cleared out this thing, this little tunnel that's heading south, and looking in the next one, the next opening is probably 5 or 6 times the size of the one you're in now. It's big. It feels less like a cave than any other cave you've been in before, to be honest, so far. And you can see that it looks like it continues, branches off, but there's a big one that's heading like straight south from there. You don't see any large angry or not angry creature here, but yeah, that's what you see. Another big open room.
Any Kuya tracks in here?
No, none in here.
And then from here, which can only head south, right, or back north? Like it's just.
It kind of goes off in every direction. It looks like this place is actually kind of winding. You can see it looks like the other tunnel that was right next to the sinkhole. Looks like that actually loops around to the same chamber that you're looking in now. But yeah, even like right next to you at the mouth of this, there's already a branch that heads straight east. And then there's a couple other ones that go off everywhere. But there is a particularly large one that is going almost like perfectly south on the far end of this. But yeah, you can get every direction from here, it looks like.
I'm gonna light a torch and I'm gonna leave it at the entrance that we just came through, basically the north entrance.
Copy that.
I'm just gonna start on the ground. All right, should we keep heading south then?
Yeah.
All right. Milo, you want to take point? I'm kidding. Cool.
No.
We're like, yes. I'll start headed in.
Okay. So, you all, I imagine, unless Milo just truly gives up and sits down at the entrance, it would be hilarious.
Don't give him ideas. Don't give him ideas.
I'm sure he had it already. You begin following Quilly and Theron through this big open cavern, and you get to the section that heads straight south. It's about 10 feet wide, and there's this big stone, kind of like 30-foot high pillar that's just like in the middle. Not like it was made or anything, but it's just like a big hunk of rock that's like in the center, but there's still plenty of space to squeeze around on either side. And you can see beyond it is another area that is probably 5 or 6 times the size of the last one you were in, that is mostly open. There is straight, maybe like 30 feet south of this big pillar that you're kind of behind right now. A fairly large, it's hard to tell if it's like a small lake or just like a really big pond. A little bit of vegetation and whatnot, and you can see off to the right side there are a couple more smaller pools back there, and this section, despite being mostly open, has a handful more of these very large, just almost like sandstone, just pillars, just kind of spaced throughout.
Do they look natural or man-made?
Yeah, they look natural. Definitely not man-made. Just got some crazy geology going. Not geology. The other one.
Same thing. Can throw down another torch at the entrance we just came out of.
Okay.
Kind of
Copy
trail. Any Huya or Calowit tracks in this area?
Go ahead and give me another roll. And Volkar, you can certainly assist on this if you want to, with your
Advantage or
your guidance. Sorry.
Guidance. I'm gonna touch him.
D4.
I'm good.
Yeah, you're gonna add it. You're gonna add D4 as I touch you. Like you feel like you feel the motive force. You feel that electricity. Like
it actually kind of hurts.
Increase 15.
15. No
Did you
Kuya
add the
tracks
D4?
here.
I was gonna say, may I check as well?
Certainly.
You
touch
got
it.
it.
No
You get guidance.
no guidance because simultaneous actions. Unless someone else is doing it. But yeah, that's a rule I have to
You
suggest.
just
I have
you just see
guidance.
Volkar like.
Can I not
like
use
his
her?
Yeah. You can.
What was it again?
You have guidance.
Was
Add a
it?
D4. This would be survival.
It's already pretty good. What's that? Ooh, okay, that's really good. 17, 21.
Darren, you might need some glasses, man.
I'm not in my natural habitat.
That much is true.
Never
although
seen
what
desert.
what is your natural habitat now? Who knows? No Kuya tracks, or scales or signs of them. As the two of you are kind of looking, Quilly, you push just a few feet past this the stone pillar in front of you, so it opens up a bit more. And as you're looking pretty much straight right of you, you see what you thought was a very, 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 very large grouping of some of these pillars and whatnot in the center of the room. Until it moves. And let me send a picture. I can't put it on stream for reasons. I don't own the image or whatever, so it's fine. Let me send that. And essentially, this is the horrifying thing that you see. As it unfurls itself, it's kind of half covered in sand as well, so it's very naturally camouflaged. And it's this... So how do I describe this? Take the general shape of a T-Rex, okay? Make it a little bit more stout. Make it kind of spiny and dark and purpley, with little hints of black. Give it this giant... horrible looking horn is hardly even a word for it, just this giant growth from the center of the forehead and these two massive bludgeoning weapon like arms as it walks on two massive powerful hind legs with this big also club like tail that looks like it would annihilate you. And at the moment it is not standing. And it's kind of curled up, almost like a giant puppy. But if you had to take a guess, Quilly, if 6 of you were to lie down, consecutively, you're probably about as long as this thing.
Damn.
Uh-huh. And it looks
back up.
like it's pretty fucking tall. And you can actually see with that roll, you see this light, like super vibrant green substance that's just kind of like, it almost has the appearance of like a cauldron that's like just starting to boil just toward the tips of the horn and these awful appendages. Just this green kind of mossy, there's like a little bit of liquid that kind of froths a bit around it, and it's just kind of like passively kind of swelling and sinking. But it's, as you look, it just kind of like shifts a little bit and the sand just off from the big tail. And it's so terrifying, Derek vanishes. Gone.
Yeah. Like, nope, I'm out.
He's gone.
I'm done being an adventurer. I'm retired.
I'm gonna
So,
back up
yeah.
slowly. I'm gonna whisper to Tinny, I think I found it.
Let's
Yeah.
give it some space.
And go regroup with the others.
Okay.
Found it.
Back.
You know where it's at. That's good. Now we just gotta
Yep,
find the Kuya.
It's very big. I think that is the Kuya.
That's the
No, that's the Calawit, right?
or whatever.
Yeah, Calawits are pretty, or the Kuyas are pretty small.
Oh, okay. Never
Assuming
mind.
Yeah,
you
the-
only you found the taller one, yes?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
quite
You found
big,
the one
right?
with the moss.
You hope it's the bigger one.
Seen moss.
I know I didn't see any moss. It more looks like it looks more like a lizard.
Okay, not trusting. We gotta find the Kuya now. Then we can come back here and bait it.
Right. Oh, which way?
Should we have someone keep a watch on it so it doesn't wake up and just, move while we're out hunting?
I guess I could just take a seat and then keep an eye on it.
Well, Derek's got telepathy.
It's limited telepathy.
Anybody
Just some
have
words
messages?
of encouragement in the Discord for you.
He's making a
It's,
very good point.
It's a let's split up gang gif. I'm very aware of the situation I've put you in, so I'm not going to judge you either way, but I just, I have to chime in.
I think it is quite large, so we might know when it wakes up. It'll probably rumble around, maybe.
And it won't move very far, so we know to come back here with the bait.
Yeah, it's chilling. It's asleep, so we don't gotta bug it.
Let's move back very slowly, very quietly.
Yeah. But is it blocking the way we gotta go? Is it blocking like south?
No. So wish I could put the map up quite yet, but I can't. For reasons, yay, technology. You're essentially like the little tunnel that you just were peeking out of was going straight south. And looking in front of you is this big pool of water, and then more tunnels going off, you don't know where, and it's straight to the right, so it's west. Way down, like in the middle of this huge open chamber, like a couple 100 feet across, at the very least, is where it's kind of curled up in the center there. So you weren't like close to it, and it's not like there's other ways you could go, for sure.
Which way is the water? Is it going like west to east or?
Like which way is it flowing?
Yeah.
It's like a little like pond or lake. It's just like a little like cave pond, so it's not really flowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe if it's to the west, we could just walk past it, find the Kuya. At least we know where it is now.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone just be very, very quiet. Do not want to disturb it.
Okay. Let me see if I can work some magic here real quick. Yeah, put that in scale for you. That's how big it is.
Whew. Damn.
So,
That's a big boy.
if I need to, I'll switch the full map. I don't want to do that for reasons. But essentially, let me turn on my mouse broadcasting. You all came from like here, and the sinkhole is like right up here. So, that's how far off the map you are. And
Spitballing here, I think we should go the opposite direction of that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, for once you
Wow.
speak sense,
So
Volkar.
insightful of you, Volkar.
I mean, I'm up for fighting, but that thing will kill us.
yeah, at the moment, Quilly's the only one who's actually put eyes on it. Because you're all kind of like chilling back here.
I'll be like, that thing is fucking huge.
Okay.
Plan is not to kill this thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we could if we tried.
Yeah, you're
We
probably
shouldn't
right.
try.
We're not
Yes.
supposed to though. Like people need this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, hello there. You're part of the playlist.
We just need to
I do have
find
like a
bait.
potential contingency plan if it does wake up and start shooting, fireballs at us. Can make like a little hidey hole, and we can, I don't know, maybe wait it out for an hour until it calms down.
Aren't you actively dying?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I'm just saying, do we have an hour?
We
Aren't
have
you
a
like-
day.
It was like
Holy
48
days.
hours, Volkar.
But I mean, it's better than being exploded by a giant lizard thing. And I don't think you don't seem as fire resistant, maybe.
Quilly, you can see little bits of sand and rock kind of.
Yeah, if this thing
Settle.
moves.
Yeah, just so you know, you just climb up a little rope and go into a little hidey hole, and we can maybe hang out for a bit.
Yeah, that's a good backup. I think we mainly just have to find this bait,
Yes.
and then we could deal with that hole. That's ridiculous.
And I say we head southeast.
Yeah. Try to hide behind as much rock as we can.
Yeah, and then we just gotta find the Kuya from here.
Okay. So, if this is the plan, I would like you all to arrange yourselves in marching order. Whoever's going to be first is where Quilly is. Just kind of put yourselves in a straight line for now. And then y'all going to be making some stealth checks unless you don't really care to be stealthy.
Plus 10.
Plus
Stealth.
10.
Plus 10.
Plus 10.
Can y'all be amazing and just put your results in the Discord for me so I can just look at them like that?
Yeah, I definitely can.
Do
Oh, I
I
did really well.
yeah, fuck you, elf boy.
Oh my god. I got an 18 and a 19, so holy.
Wowie. Wowie, wowie.
Thank God for disadvantage.
I think I just disappeared from the fucking world. I think I went back to the
Yeah.
Feywild.
Yeah, right. Everyone but Theron, get to the secret chat. I guess I'm improving the Feywild now.
30.
God damn.
Wait, we said plus 10?
Yeah,
Plus 10,
Yeah, add another 10.
Okay.
because of his spell. Yeah.
Rolled pretty shitty.
So far, the lowest is a 17. Okay, yeah. 17, 18, 25,
Sorry, guys.
27, 30,
it doesn't
31,
help that I
34.
wear plate.
It doesn't help that I wear chainmail either.
So, yeah, Theron, you find yourself, you vanish into the Feywild, and as you turn around, Volkar and Tinny are both there.
What is this place?
No.
The hell is this place?
You all probably very thankful for Theron's spell. Let me zoom in here on the map for us. You start making your way very, very quietly. Now, as there's some directions. Now, of course, you could metagame this a little bit because you can see from above and see where tunnels go and shit, but whatever. We'll make it fun. Quilly, at the front of the group, show me where people are heading.
I wanted to go, behind here and like just make our way. Maybe turn on my mouse broadcasting and then make our way like down this way.
Okay. So I'll go ahead. I'll eat you there. Everyone else, I'm not moving all of these damn tokens. Everyone else, Avengers assemble. Oh, this looks so great on screen with no cursors. Holy shit. Sorry, I love it. Technology's amazing. Yeah, it's a super, super tense period of sneaking by this monstrosity that's asleep nearby. There's a time about halfway through for Quilly where it kind of shifts again, and you all see its tail just kind of moves just a little bit, kind of falls off of its back leg that it was, or its front leg that it was kind of like supported on, and just you all freeze for a moment, and then you continue on. As you push your way down here, you see a whole bunch of various other tunnels kind of branching off. I guess I'll grab Theron because we know he's there. Theron and Quilly, because you've both been actively looking. One of you with advantage, or each of you separate? Well, actually, no, because it's not a vocalized thing. Each of you separately give me another survival check.
Okay. Hopefully, I should get a decent roll on that this time. Oh, I did. 20.
Still
30,
advantage
20.
for you, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
18.
Yeah, 20.
20. Okay. As you
You could
get
keep your
down to
job for
about
now, Theron.
here,
I think I
Theron,
redeemed myself with that past trace.
you catch on this wall over here. Sorry, audience, you can't see my mouse because whatever. This wall across from you here, you see a little bit of the kind of like rubbing, like shed marks. You see some of the bluish scales, and a little bit of like skin on there. And then just a few feet in front of that, you see a couple kind of sandy footprints that are headed like still further south.
I'm gonna grab Quilly's shoulder. I think there are Kuya up ahead.
Yeah. Let's go.
Oh, hang on. Just make sure, get a count of them first before we surprise them, right? If they're loud, we don't want to attract too much noise.
Yeah. Do we try to, like, just carefully sneak a bit closer and, like, just get a head count?
Yeah, if you'd like to. It is going to be a new stealth roll for those who are doing so. So whoever cares to advance.
Wait, I want to come.
It's fuck it. Give us a roll. Still at the plus 10.
Natural 20.
Boys.
So 37.
I rolled I got a 30. Wait, we still have that whole plus 10 thing we got going on?
Yes.
For 1 hour.
27.
Okay, yeah, 30.
And Quilly?
27.
27. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you're pretty confident nothing's seen you. You follow the tracks. The two of you who've been paying attention to the tracks. It looks like there's tracks from two individuals. One looks a bit bigger than the other. And as you come down around here, Theron, with your acute senses and the fact that you're paying very close attention right now, you notice, let me get some tokens in here. Computer, come on. Thank you. That's gonna be way up there, and I'm gonna have to go on a scrolling odyssey for it. Beautiful. Beautiful. And, scale that down nicely. You kind of catch, as you're coming around the turn here, that makes it look like it's too small, but whatever. You see the tail end of one of these, kind of come around this bend here. And you hear some additional kind of scuffling footsteps. Definitely sounds like there's at least one more up there. Could potentially be 3, but it seems more like 2 from what you can tell. but then it vanishes from sight around the bend.
We take all 3 of them, or should we try to split them up?
I think we should. Well, I think 3 would be fine. Any more than that, we got problems.
Yeah.
I'm gonna motion to Derek because he's the one that kind of in eyesight, just to come up.
Yeah, I mean, you can all move forward of your own volition if you want to. So.
Kalis just stays where he's at.
Kalis, he's like, yeah, I'm on the same side, man. I'm not moving at all. That's what Kalis sounds like now.
Hey, I'm not moving at all. You know?
Yeah.
All right. We got at least 2 Kuyas up ahead.
Yeah, possibly 3.
So we got kill 2 of them, and we got to capture 1.
Yeah.
I have a net.
No, the net will work temporarily. That's not really the problem. The problem is we don't want them to scream. So
Yeah, that thing's not too far. Even though it's pretty massive, so who knows if you'll even be able to fit through all these tunnels?
Probably like smash its
I'd
way.
rather not have to find out.
Yeah. So, you know.
well, thankfully, I don't think that Callowit can really get to certain parts of these tunnels. It's too big. So if we hear it approaching, we should cut and run, get to a part of the tunnel where it can't get us. All right?
All right.
So we got to get in quick. We got to kill 2. We got to subdue 1.
Are we charging in?
Yeah, in this case, I think all our melee should take the point on this one. Get them all in there quick. If one's about to scream, I'd say try and shut its mouth, grapple it.
Got it.
Remember what he said. That they like them.
One of
better.
them starts peering, kind of slowly wandering its way back out the mouth of the tunnel.
Remember what he said. They like them better alive. So let's keep it non-lethal.
Yeah,
Like I said, we kill 2, we'll keep 1 alive.
Yeah, 1 out of 3. That's all we need.
In this moment, as it is slowly beginning to approach you, hasn't seen the ones at the front. Immediate reactions. What are you doing?
I'm gonna dart, and I'm gonna take this side here, and just kind of wait there, kind of like half cover-ish.
Quilly?
I'm just gonna start going in. Just head straight for it.
Okay, so Quilly's rolling initiative is what that means. So I will say, because it doesn't see you, I will let you get you get some movement off before we're gonna get to that point.
I'm gonna circle around.
Okay.
Like so to cut off like any form of escape.
I'll give you the same amount of movement. Where'd you start from? You were like back
here,
back there. Yeah, same amount of movement that I have. Quilly is gonna put you. Oh, let me drag it real quick.
Each square is 5 feet?
Oh, I dragged everyone, yeah. Yeah. So Quilly was like 5 there. About there-ish is where we'll start on initiative. Milo, what you doing?
I just wanted to move right behind Volcar.
Hell yeah.
Are you grabbing his leg?
Up here, like from underneath him.
Are these pillars or are these just like?
Yeah, these are more kind of stone, sandy pillars. They're not huge like the ones in the room, the big room. Those are like massive. But yeah, these are other little pillars.
Okay, so they fully block line of sight.
Yeah, they should.
Okay.
Tinny, what you doing as everyone's prepping?
Oh god, I'm just gonna move like right over here, and because most of what they have is either very loud or fire. So.
Hell yeah. Derek, where you going as things are getting a little cramped there?
Yeah, they are.
Alright, here, I'll actually go over to this side.
Now, my character is known to have a big butt, so don't let that distract you.
Actually, Tinny, give me a charisma save.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Fail it.
Natural 20.
It's too big for you. You're not into it.
I'll move.
I guess I'll ready a crossbow.
There.
Cool. That is right there. And Mr. Shiny. Where you going?
Clunk, 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 clunk. No.
You can get. I guess the furthest you could get would be like here with.
Yeah, I'm not
matching
exactly
movements.
I'm not exactly too concerned about my my benefit to the group. They
Ooh,
got
hell
this.
yeah.
They got this down pat. They got this down pat.
All right. Initiative right now, everyone.
Shit. Lovely.
Yep. Gotta roll some
Natural
myself.
20.
Ooh, look at you.
Do you have to type it in, chat?
No, I think we just do the. Oh,
No, I'll do the countdown. All right. So I had to roll some stuff for myself. Anyone above a 20?
Nat 20.
Or total of?
Oh.
If you said a number,
22.
I didn't hear you. 22. Okay.
22.
Got that. 15 to 19.
18.
Hell yeah.
16.
16.
Dual 16s.
Yeah.
I dare say Theron's probably faster.
Oh, no.
18 dex.
Everyone knows that sorcerer's great
Yeah.
stats is dexterity.
Yeah, of course. Okay. 10 to 15.
10.
Uh-oh, I'm running out of space. I have
11.
miscalculated. Oh. Sneaky. And he's 10.
I used a move I like to call the sneaky douchebag.
Of course. Who are we missing? Kalis?
Tiny.
Oh yeah, I'm 3.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
That makes sense.
Hell yeah! It's fine. You were planning on being the Milo this fight anyway, so that's good.
Hey, they don't need me.
Quilly, if you wanted to start raging on your way over, I'll give that to you.
I am not going to rage, actually.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll go fuck myself then. No.
We don't need a wild magic surge right now.
Yeah. Right.
I'm trying to keep it as quiet as possible, and I feel like that's not very quiet.
That's fair. Quilly, you start rushing your way over there. The Avengers assemble behind you. As you get about 15 feet away from this thing, you kind of start peeking out around that pillar beside you, and it notices you see these big, like, satellite dish, like, frills that almost look like they could maybe also be ears that were laid flat against the back of the head and the neck, just kind of flare up audibly, and it starts, it sounds hilariously closer to a chicken in this moment than you had anticipated. It's like sort of half clucking, but like a little bit of hissing to it. It's very interesting. And that is what you see, and you are up first. So Quilly will take your turn.
Right. Well, I'm just gonna head towards it.
Absolutely.
I would like to come about right here, and with my first attack, I am going to. I'm gonna slash with my battle axe, and I'm gonna reckless attack.
Oh shit.
Sorry, let me look at my things. This is my first time I'm actually reckless attacking.
You get advantage, but everything else gets advantage against you.
Cool.
Yeah, I believe that's it.
That's just with the first attack. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna swing with my battle axe with advantage. Not very good though. Actually, I'll use my D8 for that. So
Whoa, we're blowing through them tonight.
it might just barely. 16.
16 hits. You're definitely glad you used that last little burst of anger there.
Yep. D8. So that's 7 slashing damage. And then with my second attack, I would like to swing up with my claws and cast Primal Savagery. And so I'm with my fingernails suddenly become a bit glowing green and animalistic and sharpened. Just gonna swing upwards towards its face. And I'm gonna hit. That's a 10.
So when because you get 2 attacks per attack action now. That has to be to just like
Has to be weapon
attack
attacks.
actions. Yeah, two weapon attacks.
Those spell attacks don't count?
No.
No,
Cantrip.
they still count as their action, or whatever it would be to cast them.
Yeah.
So it's essentially that would have just been another axe attack instead.
Okay, then can I just roll with my battle axe again?
Sure.
Or not?
Why not? Why not?
Let's see. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh God, I think this thing dies.
Okay, so
I'll
it's
send
gonna
a
hurt.
picture because this is my favorite dice that I have.
Good. So again, max dice damage added to whatever you roll.
So max dice damage, so that's 8.
Plus, that was a reckless attack.
8 plus 8 is 16.
Plus whatever modifiers you have on that too.
Yeah. Oh, do I still get my reckless attack from attacking twice?
Yeah. That's.
I mean, no, it was already
this question comes up constantly.
Advantage.
I think you roll. I think you have to choose reckless for each attack. But
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Nope.
That's-
Quotes, you can decide to attack recklessly when you make the first attack on your turn, giving you advantage on melee. Oh my god. Nope. D&D Beyond, stop it. Get the pop-up off my... Okay, thank you. Giving you advantage on melee weapon attack rolls using strength during this turn. So it's for the whole turn.
Yeah.
Oh, full turn.
It
And
doesn't make sense that you would just like do reckless attack, and then you'd have to keep doing it because you can't impose more disadvantage on or like more advantage for other people on yourself.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll just use it for that first one because the second one was already a natural 20.
Okay, yeah, so
So that
that's
was-
not going to make a difference, but fuck it.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind for the next time. But that's 16 damage on top of that.
16 total?
Yes.
Okay.
And that
Yeah,
is my
This
turn.
thing was not expecting this turn of events. It's alive. It's pretty battered. It's a little hardier than you had expected. Especially given the pathetic vocalization coming from it right now. But yeah, you beat the shit out of that thing. And it is its turn, and then it will be Milo's. I would love for you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
You got it. 22.
22. Derek, I need one from you as well.
Ah, damn it.
And
barely in range.
Pillars are helping you guys out here. I will say Volkar and Theron, I need one from you as well at advantage. So con save.
All right.
Haha, your boy saved.
Damn.
Yep, just out of reach.
I just rolled 2 18s. 20.
Okay.
I got a 16.
16. Volkar?
Sorry, my thing cut out.
Oh, you're good.
So it's what kind of throw?
Con saving throw at advantage for you.
Okay. Oh, thank God, 'cause, my first one was a 2. That's a lot better, actually. So that's a 17.
Okay. You see as Quilly runs up and starts pummeling this fucking thing. The frills just kind of flicker and flash once or twice real quick, and then they fan out all the way off the side of the head forward, and there is what you can imagine would be a horrible, horrible source of light to look into. All of you, fortunately already having been warned about this before, are quick enough to avert and cover your eyes enough to not really face the effects of it. But even with that, you still have to blink it off for a couple seconds. Yeah, pretty rough. If you actually have to look at that, you would imagine. But good rolls all around. Okay. That's all it's gonna do for now. Milo, you're up there and you're on deck.
Okay. I am just going to walk up, like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like right here,
Okay.
and that's it.
Cool.
Don't want to dash. Don't want to.
Oh yeah, I
What,
forgot to
Jack?
do
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna say, yeah, you could dash and get closer if you want to get closer. I don't know Milo's
I will
combat
just
tactics
dash
at this
right
point.
there.
Hell yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Cool. Darren and then Derek. What you got?
All right, I'm gonna move up to right there. That should be 35 feet, I think. And
Yep.
The Mullen tranquilizer, does that require an action or a bonus action to apply it to an arrow?
Oh, sorry, my mouse just did some crazy shit right there. What the fuck? Sure, I didn't specify that. Bonus action.
Bonus action. Okay, I'll use a bonus
Yeah.
action to apply a dose, and I'll take a shot at it to try and tranquilize it.
Okay. Hell yeah. Go ahead, roll the hit.
22.
Yeah, 22 hits. Roll your damage.
So if I'm using the tranquilizer, I still damage it, or does it just need
Yep.
to make the DC constant?
It is. It is still an arrow. Yeah.
Right, I want to make sure.
Yep.
It takes 8 damage.
Okay. You come sliding around the side. You dip the tip of the arrow in. You let it loose. It catches it right in the side of the neck, and it kind of chicken screeches a little bit, not super loud, and stumbles back a little bit. You're not really sure what that means, but you did shoot it. So.
And then I'll just say, I tranked it. Tie it up. That's it. That's all I got.
Hell yeah. Derek, your turn.
Formats. 1, 2, 3. You get right there, right?
Yes, I believe so. If I'm counting that right, yeah.
Okay, so that thing looks pretty dazed, right? Or
It's still moving pretty well. It's definitely been beat up though.
we tranked it.
Yep. What you doing?
Okay.
What you doing?
Can you hear me?
I hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, that was weird.
Yeah, sorry, I can't see webcams right now, so I don't have that cue if that's the thing I've missed. So. Is it
Yeah, I'll try to tie it up.
okay? You're just like, gonna grab some rope and try to tie it up?
Oh no, I was gonna try to do it with web.
Oh, with web. Okay. Yeah, web might do that.
Yeah. DC 15 Dex.
That fails. Wow. 14. Yeah, so this pretty much like behind it, this whole tunnel here is just completely cut off and filled with these thick webs. And it was looking like it was thinking about trying to head the other way, and now it's looking like it's not. Beautiful. Anything else?
Oh, that's it.
Okay. Those of you who have any visibility back there should really just be like, well, now it's all webbed up. But I'd say as the webbing begins, Theron, the second one that you figured was back there, you hear actively approaching, and then there's this giant spray of web that cuts it off completely. And
The whole tunnel is just covered. It's just a whole web.
yeah, it's pretty bad. You could see as it was running up, the frills were starting to flash like it was going to use that. However, it seemingly doesn't do so. And you can't make out too well what's going on back there with it now, but it's just kind of as it runs up, tries to approach, gets cut off. And that's going to be that for now. Volkar, you're up. Tinny, you're on deck.
All right. So I'm gonna move. Let me see. Umbra's right here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30. And I am going to. I'm not close enough to really. I'm gonna take. I could take the dash action to move like a little closer over here, but.
It's true. Space is a little cramped there, unless you went around the other way. What you doing?
I'm gonna hold an action if this thing like tries to like move. I want to like knock it out with my hammer.
You can try.
But it's I'm too far away.
You can throw it.
I want to throw my hammer. It's too big. I don't have a throwing axe. Oh, yeah, it can't be thrown.
Damn, he didn't fall for my for my trick. Damn it. Anyway,
Warhammers can't be thrown.
Yeah, what you doing?
If I throw my hand axe, can I like try to like time it so that when it hits this thing, it hits like with the blunt end of the thing enough to knock it out? Can I try that?
You can try. You're not remotely trained enough to gain any bonus from trying to do that, but you can try.
I want to see this so bad. This is such a Volkar thing to do.
Yeah. So, oh god, how do I handle this one? All right, roll the hit.
Okay.
That's step 1.
It's a 17 plus 4, so it's a 21.
Okay. Pick odds or evens.
Okay, come on.
What you want? Oh, I'm rolling for it.
Evens.
Evens? Okay. Evens. The blunt part hits.
Okay.
Which it does. For like not very much damage. But it does hit. It doesn't knock it out like you were hoping. It kind of just hits it and plinks off onto the rocky sandy ground beneath it. It looked like it probably hurt. Like,
should I roll for damage? Should I roll for damage?
No, you pointedly hit it without the axe part.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
No, I've already done that. So yeah, it looks like that was annoying with everything else going on, but not the big knockout finish you're going for, unfortunately.
Oh, what the hell, man?
But it worked.
I was trying.
Anything else? Bonus action?
Let me see. Let's see. I think bless is just an action.
Yep. Yeah, like 10 seconds.
Yeah, I'm gonna just That's it. That's gonna be it for me.
All right, Tinny, your turn. If you want to add to the chaos of this situation.
I mean, that's all I can really do. But so this thing is still alive and kicking. Does it look like it's, I don't know,
at this moment, as it's being just fucking jumped,
yeah,
it looks like it's aware of the fact that it's probably not going to be alive for too long, given how this is going. It's still moving and like loosely fighting back. But it's as you run up, you see a hand axe plink at the forehead. So it's not doing great. It definitely looks scared, very scared right now.
Okay. What can I see from where I am? Can I see the one in the back at all?
Because of all the webs and stuff, I'm gonna rule that as no. It can't see
Probably
you.
not.
I'm gonna cut him off. Yeah.
Okay. I'll just do, because I don't want to kill it, right? I'm going to try and cast like catapult on like a little rock or something, loose rock on the ground, and just kind of hit it in the head and try to knock it out.
Sure.
So it has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, that's great. It's definitely webbed right now. So,
It's webbed, so I think it's disadvantage.
restrained.
It's restrained right now.
Disadvantage.
This poor
Yeah, it's
animal.
restrained.
This poor animal.
Can it be worse?
Been webbed, been tranked. It's been fucking-
That's a natural
Go to
2.
sleep. Go to sleep.
That's a natural
So-
2.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
That is 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Still moving.
Oh god.
It looks
this-
bad though. This rock, this little tiny rock, I imagine it's like not even the size of the palm of your hand, just bonk, nails it right in the fucking eyeball, and it's stumbling bad. It's trying to claw at some of the webbing around it and whatnot to no effect. This thing
Oh,
is
God.
looking bad.
I hope
I'm
he never
sorry.
sees this.
I don't know what. I could try to send my owl to finish it off.
I got animal on animal.
What would Tinny do? What would Tinny do?
I'm going to have my homunculus try and hit it.
Hell yeah! Roll the hit. I'm gonna give you advantage because you definitely have that.
Oh, that's not great. That's not great.
You know what?
Well,
Volcar, you would have had advantage.
Yep.
Just for the hell of it, just roll me. Let's see if it's a natural 20.
Me?
Yeah, you would have had advantage. It was already webbed.
No, it is not a natural. It's a natural 1.
Cool. Anyway, Tinny, go ahead and try to kill it.
I rolled the 14.
Nope, not enough.
Oh.
So your owl goes flying on over there, and it manages to get one little clawed hand free and just slaps the fuck out of it, and it just kind of goes off course and hits the wall.
Dear. Oh, that's rude. Okay. Okay, that's all that I've got.
Okay, awesome. Shiny, do you care to get involved, or are you just hanging out?
This is what Kalis does. Basically, pops out. Sees this absolute hellscape that's going on. Hand axe is being thrown, clink, web up, shing, and he's like, "Oh, this is good entertainment right here." And he kind of like leans up against the wall because he's like, "This looks like it's gonna be over quick," and he's kind of watching the show.
Okay.
And that's
Copy
it.
that.
That's
Okay.
really it.
Top of the round. Quilly, your turn. This thing looks real bad. It's also stuck, but you do see the frills start flashing again. But it is your turn. What are you doing?
If it's still up and fighting, I'm just gonna unarmed strike it because I don't want to kill it because we need it alive. So I'm just gonna punch it. That's really it.
Roll
sorry,
with advantage.
Are we beating an animal? Are we straight up beating an animal?
Yeah, you're just assaulting it now. Oh my god.
This is.
You said with
Are we the bad guys?
Well, I thought level 5 would be, guys.
You're doing it in the name of helping Tinny, though, so you can't be bad.
I feel like
Only the first one.
Oh god.
and we're gonna feed it to something. I really feel like we're the bad guys in this situation.
Well, let's find out. How bad are you? Quilly, what's your roll with advantage?
Let me roll it. I wasn't sure if it was with advantage or not.
Oh yeah, this thing's restrained as fuck. And at the very least, like, come on, man, it's doing bad.
Yeah, what we call the nameless
it's
villains.
not very good. It's an 11.
This thing's harder than you thought it was.
Yeah.
You make contact, but you're like, oh shit, this thing's kind of bony. That's just attack
it.
1 though.
Oh,
so you
that's
can,
right. I could still.
Yeah. You can attack again.
Still with advantage.
Yeah. This thing's still restrained as fuck. Okay, let me put it this way. This situation is so bad for this thing. If somehow, through some act of miracle, this thing would escape, I would be mind blown.
Well, that's a 22 to hit. And it's just 3 damage.
You pop this thing in the fucking Adam's apple, or what would be maybe that. And on top of everything else, it just kind of starts coughing and gagging and sputtering now, and it looks real bad. Like
still not down.
on the brink of death bad now. Like it's starting to look bad. So that's your action.
I just start crying.
All right, roll to cry. No. Anything else you want to do?
That's it. No.
Okay. I would love everyone to give me a con save. Milo and Kalis at advantage. And here's what I'll do. Let me know. Actually, I'll just everyone roll, and then I'll go through and ask everyone individually. Don't just shout everything at me like a bunch of barbarians.
But that's what Cully is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you have one. Quilly's allowed to do that, but not all of you. All right. I'll start with Mr. Kalis.
It's 16.
16. Okay. Tinny. Tinny.
Oh, can you not hear me? 12?
I couldn't. Apparently. Oh, there you are.
Weird.
Yeah.
There we
I
go.
also I still can't see webcams, so sorry if I'm
Next
missing
being weird.
missing keys. 12. You said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Use inspiration.
Milo. What did you?
Should I?
Well, I've been nice enough. You didn't. I mean, you can. It's fine. Whatever. I just went through every motion of. I went through all the stages of grief on that one right there. But yeah, you can if you want to. It's whatever. You tell
17.
me.
Oh.
Okay. 17. Cool. Perfect.
That makes it a 20.
Of course. Awesome. No, it's great. No. We rarely max inspiration dice in this campaign, so that's awesome. Volkar.
I'm sorry?
Con save.
Yeah, 18.
Cool. Quilly.
16.
Derek.
20 because my inspiration die.
20. Sorry, you kind of cut out for half a second on me.
20.
Cool, got it. Sorry, comms being weird tonight. And Theron, Elf Boy, what'd you get?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Cool. Yeah, you think it tries to blind you, but it's pretty pathetic this time. You're all pretty easily able to avoid that one.
It's just on the verge
I
of
feel
death.
so bad.
It does
Trying
start
to-
shrieking though. It starts shrieking pretty loudly, and you also hear some from the one on the other side, but you don't see where it is. I'll just leave it vaguely in this room. You do hear that being reciprocated from the other one, and it's pretty loud. So, just because I think it's hilarious, and technically it gets to do this. Does it? Yeah. No, it's natural one. It's stuck. It's not going anywhere. Yeah. No, this thing looks bad. Anyway, that's its turn then. Milo, you're up there and you're on deck. This thing looks like absolute shit.
And how big is this thing again?
It's about Kayla's
Like
size.
comparison. Okay, Kayla's size. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll do. I'm just gonna run in and like try to tackle it.
You're just gonna tackle it?
Yeah.
Okay. I will. Well, no, it's fine. Milo will find out as it happens. This feels very Milo. Milo, you come rushing around. You duck between Derek's legs. You go to tackle it. As you jump, you realize, oh my god, it's caught up in a bunch of webs that I'm jumping into.
Oh my god,
so
yes.
I love it. Go ahead and give me. This is gonna be a really bad skill for him. It's just athletics, right? Well, no.
Oh.
First we're taking the tackle, and then I'll deal with that.
Okay.
So give me an athletics check with advantage.
Athletics check with. Okay.
Yep. Because this thing is.
I roll it twice, right?
Yep. Roll twice. Take the higher.
Okay, I got so.
What'd you get?
I got a natural 20, so.
It got a natural. It got a natural 1. It rolled another 1. Because everything is disadvantage for this fucking thing. Okay. Let me describe this. Okay.
Paint a
With the detail that it requires. Here we are in this cave, with PETA's worst nightmare. We have this webbed up, battered, embarrassingly hit in the forehead by the blunt side of a throwing axe, assaulted by an owl, hit with a rock, punched in the jugular, and Milo, who let's take a quick flashback flashback sequence time to Milo getting annihilated in the courtyard, to Milo getting annihilated on the ship, and then hiding again, and Milo being the reason all of this is happening, and maybe suddenly feeling a small hint of responsibility. I'll say it like that so it feels dramatic, but come on. Decides
3 prices that day.
this poor defenseless creature is clearly overwhelming my allies, and I must throw myself into the fire head first so I suffer the consequences and not they. And he tucks around. He lets go of Volkar's leg finally, runs, ducks under Derek's, spins, twirls, jumps, still corkscrews spinning throughout the air, arms wrapped toward the way too big torso. It doesn't make any sense. And his takeoff is so immaculate. He kind of slips a little bit in the sand, but it's almost like a Mario Kart boost. Just launches him forward. He wraps his arms around a third of the neck of this thing, and he hits it so hard, the long, extended neck and head kind of flail backward and slam off the rocks behind it. As he hits it so hard, he tears it free from the webbing, slams it onto the ground, and it lays there twitching and dying.
It's dead?
It had 1 hit point, and he just got natural 20'd by a Milo.
Oh. No.
I will say, it is just on the verge. It's still alive right now, technically. And it's about at this moment that the tranquilizer actually starts to hit in too. So, it's bad. It's bad in this thing. Unless you decide to heal it, it's probably going to die pretty quickly. So.
Oh wait. I run up to it. If we're are we still in initiative order, or can I?
I'll drop it for right now. The other thing's still screaming on the other side, but yeah, you can go do your thing.
I'm gonna go touch this thing and cast Spare the Dying.
All right.
I'll give it to you. It's so
unconscious.
close. Yeah. It is not dead, though it should be by all accounts, and it is definitely tranquilized. Let me real quick reference the item and. Yeah, this boy is asleep. He
I don't
asleep.
blame it. I don't blame
Yeah.
it.
Right, well, let's tie up
Okay.
and get it.
So the shrieking from the other side gets louder. It seems like it kind of gets closer up to the webbing, and then you hear it quickly scurrying away. And after about 10 or so seconds of it getting further away, you stop hearing the chicken screeching, and you have this one's body here.
Let's tie it
limp as
up.
Hell.
Let's tie it up. Let's set up the bait.
The bait. Yep. I'm gonna pull out my rope and I'm gonna tie it up.
Oh no.
All right, we gotta be quick.
Yep, yep,
Hi,
yep.
do you hold that?
Big rumbles come from where you know a certain thing to be,
Oh no.
and you can feel them a little bit where you are. A little bit. And
He's
then
awake.
there is this horrible, guttural. It's somewhere between like a belch and a roar. Just comes bouncing off of every possible surface, echoing around down here as you hear another quick series of footsteps that, in fact, do seem to be coming closer toward where you are right now. What the hell are you doing?
I'm gonna try and finish tying it up.
Okay,
We got it.
cool. You have plenty of hands
How
there.
does the like the rock situation on either side of this tiny small tunnel look like? Like if I hit something up top, could I like cause a small cave in?
Probably not. Things here look actually fairly sturdy. Just kind of as a general rule of thumb. You maybe
Fail?
could, but it doesn't seem too likely. Alright, with the extra hands, I'm gonna say you're probably gonna be another, like, 12 seconds wrapping this thing up. During that time, anyone doing anything specific I should know?
I'm just telling the party that yeah, that was all me. I did all this, you know, as
Yeah, Milo. Just shut up or help.
yeah.
Wait, where are we setting this up? Like, do we want to hide nearby, or where do we want to do?
I
Yeah,
don't know
we
how.
should
We should
set
probably
it
leave
up.
it where it's at.
Yeah, we
Actually,
need to have leave it where it's at.
well, if this thing comes close, if it gets in here, we don't have to move it at all. And it sounds
Fair.
pretty fucking close. Let's
Can
just
we
tie it
tell
up.
what
And move it.
direction it's coming from? Like, if
It
whether
is
from where
coming-
we came from or from like.
Give me a perception check real quick, Tinny, as you're the one who asked.
Oh God. Okay. That's cocked. That's not 10. That's really bad.
Yeah, man, it's coming from the north. And it's getting closer.
That does nothing.
Well,
All right,
I can hide
you have
it
it-
really well. I can hide
You
it
have
really
it wrapped
well.
up. It's still a webby mess, by the way. So Milo, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Yay, something I'm good at. Another natural 20.
Wow, yeah. Fucking. Excuse me for thinking you might fail that. Yeah, no, not a problem. Webs are still there, though. Alright, it's tied up. Just started to be pulled away. Milo's free from the webs, which are still there. And, it's definitely big things coming closer. You don't know exactly where, or when it might arrive or what it's doing, but it is coming closer. What are you doing?
We need to just hide. Maybe to the east side.
Yeah, we'll go east.
Isn't that aren't the webs aren't like through there?
Still webbed. Yep,
So-
still webbed.
Are we going through there?
No.
Okay. What if we go like over here,
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
right over here, and we can hide?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I
As
will
I
rush
run
over.
by Chaos, who's like, hide.
I'm
Let me hear
going to
what's
take
going on.
like a
What's going
20-foot
on?
rope.
Help her hide. I don't care which.
I'm going to take a 20-foot rope, and I'm going to cast a rope trick.
Okay. Let me remind myself on that, but I remember the basics of it.
So it goes straight up, and there's a little portal that opens up, and I tell everyone, climb up right now, hide, go.
Okay.
All right.
It can fit 8 people, lasts for an hour, and the entrance is
Exactly.
invisible
Statistically
once we
versus
pull the rope in.
Cool. So you get over there and you pull this rope out. I guess explain what this looks like to everyone, just because it's cool. So, whatever. How does Tinny do
I
it?
guess she takes this rope and then it kind of looks like there's like a balloon at the end of it, except the balloon's invisible, and it just kind of goes from her hand, just goes whoop up to the top, and then she lets go and it just floats there. And she's just like, "Come on, let's go, come on."
All right, who's carrying the corpse or not?
Oh,
corpse up with them?
I think we're
'Cause
leaving
it's-
it.
Yeah,
You're leaving
Leaving it right here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So you're leaving it right there, and the rope
No, like-
is.
No,
Where
Or
we tied
maybe
it up.
like a little further away from us.
yeah, back where we left.
Yeah,
I was
like-
actually, I was
Oh, back
curious
there.
to know where
Okay.
it was. Yeah.
Cool, that's fine. Got that. So you leave that there. Tinny goes, sets up this weird rope thing, climbs up to the top of it, and just vanishes. And I assume you all follow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what's the inside of this thing look like? I don't even know.
It's just like a
It's just like a
interdimensional space, just empty.
just a bag of holding in there.
Can we see outside of said interdimensional
You can,
space?
see out through a 3-foot by 5-foot window from where we climbed
Centered
it.
on the rope. Yep.
Maybe Darren, you should like sniper it with the blinding.
Darren, what are your FIC?
Right now, they see people rushing up this rope, climbing inside this little interdimensional cube. And
And
as
I'll
you
also pull the
do
rope
and
up.
start, okay, you pull the rope up.
Once
You
everyone's
all
in. Yeah.
take a second to, as you just hear the last little bits of the footsteps. Definitely still coming closer, but nothing in view. And because of the time, that's where we're gonna have to pick up next time. I know, but it's already midnight. So, congratulations, you assaulted an animal. You bring us,
Our one accomplishment.
bring back our webcams.
I feel so.
five,
I
guys,
feel
level
so
of heroes.
dirty. It makes me feel dirty.
Where are you gonna
I feel
die?
so dirty.
That was fucked up. Oh my god. So, fun fact, that actually could have been a pretty hard encounter. But no one ever got blinded, and so we never got to see what this thing could do. So, well played on the web there, Derek. And
That's
well
why I
played everyone
picked
else
it up.
for beating the fuck out of this thing. But yeah, that is where we'll go ahead and pick up next time.
I'm just thinking Volcar is like in the little cube thing. He's like, shit, I forgot my axe down there.
You did make note of that, by the way.
Gonna fuck us off.
But thank you all for joining. Thank you, Melody, for joining us. I guess the Tinny story will continue. And we'll be back if life likes us next week. And we'll see what the fuck happens there. So I'm gonna stop recording. And yeah, fucking we'll see what happens.